The globe is alive. They want us blind. Open your eyes and break the chains of lies. The globe is alive. They limit our minds. Illuminate the lies and break the ties. God kept in the shadows as silently as electronic plans unfold, enslaving you and me. Hidden lands whisper in the echoes of time, a crafted illusion to control our minds. The climate sham, where falsehoods amplify, it hinges on a globe lie, a tale to mystify. The climate sham weaves a deceptive tie, built on the foundation of a global lie, a global illusion in the climate scam supply. The globe is alive. They want us blind. Open your eyes and break the chains of lies. The globe is alive. They limit our minds, illuminate the lies and break the ties. In the crowd they blend so well, NPC people under the system spell. Minds on repeat, programmed to obey, doing the system's bidding every single day. Like clockwork machines, they are unaware of the truth behind the scenes, blinded by the system's glare. NPC people everywhere, suppressing dissent, they silence your voice. Locked in the cycle, they can't break free, bound by conformity. The globe is alive. They want us blind. Open your eyes and break the chains of lies. The globe is alive. They limit our minds, illuminate the lies and break the ties. The earth is flat. All right. Could you hear that, Ashman?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. So we're gonna watch this stream I made. What was it? Hold on modern day debates. What was it? In August 13, 2020. So this was like this was my first stream. And I think I spoke English for one and a half year by this time, or something like that. And
really?
so it was, yeah. So it was with Godless Girl. She's completely nuts.
She does look godless. I'm gonna be honest. A little bit.
Yeah.
Dude, God is nowhere near that chick.
Hey, you ain't seen nothing yet. I think this is the craziest debate a modern day debate has ever had. And then
I'm
you got
excited, man.
and then you got this guy TJUMP, who is like
Yeah.
he's like a Google geek, you know. He's like a science Google geek. And then you got me, and then you got Smokey. He's not on the screen because he's not using a video, so he's just using audio. So I tried to fit this here, and this is the moderator. So this was in the beginning of the sniffles. Remember that in the summer of
2020.
Yeah. So this was all new for them, but I knew. Anyways, so let's go. Hold on. The sound is
all right.
Yeah.
Looks like we're good now. Good. Sorry about that. When James and I switch,
I'm just gonna check the sound.
Changes the audio settings for some reason. All right, we're good to go now. So with that, everybody, thanks for being here today. I want to welcome you if this is your first time to the channel. Please hit the like button or subscribe. Also, I just want to say this is a nonpartisan program, so we like to make sure everybody feels welcome here and has a voice, and we're on an even playing field.
You look so ready.
All right, so we have a debate with
Dude, you look like a fucking you know those tigers and see like those rabbits and all this shit. Like in the corner, look at them behind the tree and shit.
Yeah, I wasn't even here for a debate. I was just here to just spew out stuff. You know what I mean?
Okay.
A good one, much awaited, and we're going to get started with that. Now, we're going to do a 5-minute opening, starting with the positive side, music analyst, then Smokey,
that's
then
me,
Godless Girl, and TJUMP, and then we will move straight into open discussion. It's going to be a fiery one. So shoot your questions over to me at Converse Contender, and in the Q&A section, I will ask them to the debaters. And if you want to get your question to the top of the list, you can send a super chat, and I'll get to them first. I'll be watching the live chat. Let's go ahead into our opening statements with music analyst and Smokey.
All right. First, I want to thank you to the Godless people. Thank you for being here. And I'm with Smokey, but I want to put a disclaimer.
Is it too loud?
It's good. I can hear it. Yeah, it's good.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Even though Smokey and I is on the same team or whatever you want.
By the way, I haven't seen this since that time.
Put a disclaimer.
Yeah.
Even though Smokey and I is on the same team or whatever you want to say it, he can't stand for what I'm gonna say. So and I don't even know what I'm gonna say. So we'll see what happens. Anyways, I want to make the point. I'm gonna just throw shit out there. I'm just gonna throw shit out there and see what sticks. I'm only after the truth. I don't care who has it. And even though this is a competition, it looks like, but I don't see it like that. I just want to see where the truth is, and I don't care who has it. Anyways, so I'm just gonna throw shit. Okay. I say there is more proof that we have been living past lives than not. Prove me wrong. You only have like that you don't remember that you have lived past lives, but that's not good enough. Anyways, also a godless belief will lead to a degenerate society, which will lead to no limits to immorality, and also will eventually lead to ultimate full control slavery, which is straight around the corner if you look at the Corrini stuff and what they're doing with the masks and all that shit. Anyways, that's because there is no God. People not having God in their lives. Anyways, I'm going to continue. If we have more morality in society, we become more free. Less morality.
You want to say something?
No, I'm just.
Okay. Let me know if you want to say. Yeah.
More enslaved. Okay, and also I want to go to science. You guys believe in science. That's your religion, okay? I got this scientist. Maybe I can share it quickly on the screen. This scientist, a top scientist called James Gates. He says, fuck the video. He says this, that they've found computer codes in our reality, and not just any computer code, but just like real computer code that we have in this reality. So if if your scientist priests admit that this is like a virtual reality, then somebody must have created it, right? Just like a video game, so does a programmer for this reality. So anyways, that's the top scientist priests. Then we got the other one in CERN, Switzerland, the hydro, where they have that machine collider. They have a statue of Shiva, which is a religious statue. Why would they have that when they're scientists who don't believe that? And my final thing, I don't want to be long-winded because it gets boring. My final thing, there's a substance in the vaccines that they're going to give us. You know what that substance is called? Luciferase. Yeah. Do the face palm, TJUMP. Do it. Anyways, they have a thing called Luciferase. Okay, look it up on Wikipedia. Luciferase is in the vaccines. Why? Why would scientists use Lucifer as a name for the substance they're going to have in the vaccines? So if you look it up on Wikipedia, it says its name is taken from Lightbringer. And if you Google Lightbringer on Wikipedia, it only refers back to Lucifer. So I think that was it. How long was that? I don't know.
All right. Thanks so much for that. We'll kick it over to Smokey Saint.
Thank you. 1 second. Sorry. Okay. Sorry. All right. Thank you. Ben, stop. Stop laughing. Okay. 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 Thank you so much. Sincerest thanks to everyone being here for this fairly auspicious.
Do you know who Smokey is before this video? Did you know him?
Yeah, I just got to know him like a month or so before. I think I jumped on his stream. He's like a Christian, believes in God. So I jumped on his stream, and I think he had done some debates on Modern Day Debate. And I said, hey, listen, let's team up and let's go against this geek TJUMP and this godless girl. He's like, yeah, that will be a shit show. And that is exactly what happened. Is he
still around today?
I don't know. I have to look. He's a cool guy.
Do you know? Do you have him on Discord?
No. This was like 4 years ago, so I don't know if he's still around.
I mean, how can you reach him if you like? If you plan to do a stream with him or something?
Have to try to find him on YouTube or something.
Oh, okay.
I'll try to look for that.
That's interesting.
Yeah, so it's funny. Yeah.
Debate. It is indeed no secret that Godless Girl and TJUMP have been fierce rivals in the sphere of debate, and their interactions have both entertained and compelled me, as well as others, to think deeper about our own worldviews and their justifications. For that, they both have my gratitude. As for the topic of debate tonight, is there any other more frequently rehashed in our modern first world society? And why is that? Why is the decision so hard pressed on both sides, each feeling an equal sense of validated justification in what they hold to be true? Now, my opponents have both shared very different perspectives about their justifications for their beliefs or lack thereof. So I know each of them may have a different or even more dynamic take on what makes all of us tick. As for me, I will put it out there as simply as I can. I have found the Christian God claim to be the most coherent and sensible explanation for the nature of our reality. So much so that considering other options would be entertaining.
Hold on. I just have to say this. You're going to laugh your ass off at her, okay? She's going to...
That chick looks on meth or something.
Yeah, she's all kinds of crazy. You're gonna be like, what the hell? Okay? Wait until she starts, okay?
On the less probable of likely scenarios. One error I see frequently adopted by atheist opponents is along the lines of the basic Cartesian view of God. This view paints a picture of very simplistic absolute traits, as in he is all good and all powerful, and that's about it. With these two sole considerations, the deity is contradictory by nature and therefore cannot exist, as it has allowed evil, therefore cannot be good. I actually agree with this philosophical deduction from these two premises. I acknowledge it is indeed both sound and a valid objection to a general God claim of any general God who would only consist of these two absolutes. However, it is fallacious and shallow-sighted in consideration of the Christian God claim, who has another important component to his immutable nature, his righteousness. This aspect of his nature is exactly the component.
By the way, I'm not laughing at Smokey. I'm laughing. I'm watching her and shit. I'm watching those two. And I'm on mute. So yeah.
Yeah, I figured that out. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm laughing at them.
Christian God claim that many atheists ignore in their criticisms. With this additional premise taken into consideration and understanding that God's own exercise of power is actually limited by components of his nature, this challenge no longer fits the Christian worldview and ends up being nothing but desperate sophistry directed to a God we don't even believe in. This is sometimes hard to wrap our minds around, as many Christians have been comfortable stating in confidence that God can do anything, not even realizing the theological and philosophical contradiction they have worked into their framework by doing this. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, call me a heretic as you will, but I don't believe God can do anything. I don't believe he can lie. I don't believe he has the ability to actualize a non-truth into reality, and by the nature of speaking it, makes it true. And if it is untrue, it is not something that he can say, as it violates his nature to do so. It is truly a double impossibility, but rarely considered by even many of us believers. God cannot exercise his power against his nature, despite him being all-powerful. And this is where most atheist challenge to our claims fall apart. It is clear from the revelation of Scripture
Hold on.
through consistent theme that God was...
Smokey thinks God cannot lie. What do you think about that, by the way?
God cannot lie.
Yeah, that's what he says. Yeah. I mean, I understand what he's saying. He's basically saying God is truth. You know what I mean? Like God doesn't lie. But the problem I might have with what he's saying is can't. The word can't, I can't associate that with God. Do you know what I mean? Can't.
Yeah.
Like, to me, there is nothing God can't. Now, if he does it, that's another thing. Yeah.
You know, my thing with these questions concerning God is we always put the parameter of human behavior when we question things about God.
Yeah, you can't.
I find that weird.
But that's, you know,
a better word, you know.
But it's understandable because that's all we know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We can only think from what we know. There is no other way we can even comprehend stuff like compute.
What do we do then? If it's ridiculous to even question things like that, because you can't know what the good question is, because you'll never know what the real. It's a mind fuck, to be honest, because you'll never know what's a lie and what's the truth in a godly manner. You know, it's weird.
Yeah, I mean, in the end, though, we can never really understand God. We're just fooling around. You know what I mean? That's what we're doing. We will never really.
That's the thing, Vince. Like, if we're gonna talk the shape of the Earth or stuff that happened in this world that people faked, or the sniffles or anything like that, or space or NASA, these are there are solid evidence for these things.
Sure.
But if you want to talk about God and question things, it's like something that is way over our heads.
That's what I mean.
So yeah.
When it comes to God, there is really no point in trying to figure out how God would do something, and it's also a little bit disrespectful. Like, God would do this.
Thank you.
How the fuck do you know what God would do? Don't speak for God. You know, don't do that. But anyways, I guess a lot of people do that, though, right? A lot of people say,
of course,
well, God will do this to you. How do you know? Maybe he will do that to you. You know.
Also, you paused it on a very interesting.
Yeah. Okay, let's get back.
Also, hey Vince, this guy Smokey.
Yeah.
He narrates beautifully, by the way. I mean, He's oh my god.
He's the complete.
His English language is
Oh yeah, he's American. You know, he's American.
Also, you can be American and get bored by listening to someone like that. To be honest. So
true.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah.
fall apart. It is clear from the revelation of Scripture, through consistent theme, that God was required to hide himself from humanity, a modern colloquially identified term of divine hiddenness. This is many times used as a challenge to the existence of a deity that denies empirical verification for his existence. But this challenge is many times done in ignorance, as by the nature of the Christian God claim requires God to be hidden for him to not be bound by his righteousness to judge the evil in his presence. This environment of free will and grace with his passive presence among us is an act of mercy, not abandonment, giving us a precious gift of free will, wherein lies the only potentiality of the expression of true love. If it would be immoral to create a universe of slaves, and I think it would, God cannot create any beings without a free will component, and therefore is bound by his nature to create us in a certain way. If he created us at all, and that we might have actual purpose as a being capable of expressing love and choosing of free will to express it to him and take a place of honest relationship and sincere communion with the divine. I look forward to this conversation as we explore some of our own similar yet divergent perspectives. And with that, I yield.
All right. Thanks so much for that, Smokey. We will kick it over to Godless Girl and TJUMP, 5 minutes apiece. Opening statement. Take your time.
Okay, so I'm going to take advantage of being second in the opening statement and quickly respond to, before I give my opening statement, quickly respond to the stuff the other two faggots said. So, number one, that one guy, the music analyst, said that.
Hold on. Did you hear without saying what she said?
Fuck?
Without repeating what she just said.
When did that come from? Why? What? What happened there?
Where she called me and Smokey two agates. Agates,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Agates.
Yeah, I heard it, yeah.
Let's take that back.
Wow.
Look at
That's
the moderator. The moderator is like, fuck.
Oh, shit. Demonetized.
Yeah.
Opening statement and quickly respond to, before I give my opening statement, quickly respond to the stuff the other two faggots said. So, number one, that one guy, the music analyst, said that, oh, because there's some consequences, like, what is it, not being free, or there being slavery, or believing in atheism, and you're free if you believe in God.
Well, I have to take that back. The moderator. He's so out of the.
You burst out laughing immediately. That's
I'm still doing it, man. That's hilarious.
so unexpected, yeah. It was so unexpected.
Right? So out of the blue. It's hilarious.
You know what's the hilarious part? Your rant wasn't. It was good.
Yeah.
But Smokey's rant, he was like giving like a sermon at a church, and he was pouring his heart out, and he was very like, and she was like, yeah, these two like homos.
And it comes from a girl as well. That's even more hilarious, right?
It's funny, yeah.
Right?
Oh my god, I want to meet this chick, man.
Yeah, listen, I contacted her. Let's see if she got. I would
No
love.
way. Oh, please do
love
that.
to have
I
her
would
on.
love that.
Yeah, I would love to have her on here.
Oh man. Okay.
Second in the opening statement and quickly respond to, before I give my opening statement, quickly respond to the stuff the other two faggots said. So, number one, that one guy, the music analyst, said that, oh, because there's some consequences, like, what is it, not being free, or there being slavery or something, from believing in atheism, and you're free if you believe in God, therefore God is just, what the fuck? That's just an elementary fallacy, right? You're committing an elementary error in reasoning, sir. Because of the consequences of this one belief, that belief is false and this other belief is true. I'm sorry, sir, that's an elementary fallacy. Go fucking learn philosophy 101. That's just like so, it's just so fucking, it's just so childish. Like, what the fuck? You're a music analyst. What business do you have of fucking talking about the existence of God? What a fucking clown to say such a thing as, atheism entails slavery, therefore atheism is false. You've committed an error in reasoning, sir. And then what was that shit that the Smokey son shit? I don't even fucking remember. But I don't even fucking remember what he said, but I'll get on to my opening statement. So, unlike my fellow atheists, probably even TJUMP, I actually have an argument for atheism. Like my fellow atheists will try to redefine atheism as though like the lack of belief in God. So I don't have to like provide evidence or arguing because like the burden of proof is on the opposing side. Bullshit. No, I fucking actually have a fucking argument for fucking atheism. So I define a deity. I lack belief in deities, and I define a deity as a mind that created the universe, like resulted in the Big Bang. And I think that that is fucking incoherent bullshit nonsense that I can't even like, it's not even like cognitively fucking meaningful, right? Because time began at the beginning of the Big Bang. So a mind preceding time is just like gibberish. It's just gibberish, right? Something like preceding time? What the fuck? What does that even mean? So when somebody asks me, do I believe that a God exists? What the fuck? I'm sorry. I don't even understand the fucking question. It's not even fucking cognitively meaningful. Like something preceding time? Preceding is temporal. So how can something fucking precede time? Like, what does that even mean? It's just gibberish. And nobody in this like this stage right here, whatever the fucking Smokey saying, this music analyst faggot. What does that even mean? It's just gibberish. They can't even tell me what it means. So when they ask me, do I believe that? I'm sorry. I don't understand the fucking question. And if they want to go further than that, then I'll just like resort to like the evidential problem. Like they're both Christian faggots. I'll just resort to like the evidential problem of evil. So like
The third time.
Gratuitous evil exists. Like if the Christian God exists, we would not expect there to be gratuitous evils. We see premise 2, we see gratuitous evils. Therefore, the conclusion, we do not expect the Christian God to exist because there exist gratuitous evils.
I fucking love this
and that's my argument.
All right, thanks so much.
I'm actually in love with her right now. Yeah, this is amazing. I want to hang out with her, man.
She is hilarious. She is
hilarious, man. And she's not even trying to be funny. Like she's unintentionally hilarious, which is the best type of hilarious.
Yeah, I love that she is speaking her mind, even if I don't agree, with her at all. She's speaking her mind, and I love that, and I support that. Unfortunately, platforms do not, especially YouTube.
Oh yes,
There is
a dangerous person to bring on, man. So I would say retract that message that you said.
Yeah.
Or,
yeah, or maybe not. Yeah.
I mean, you'd wonder what happened. So it's been 4 years. So
yeah, I don't think anything happened to that channel. But yeah, it is a risk having her on.
But I'm talking about her specifically. You don't think that her mind has changed the last 4 years?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
Really?
Okay. Yeah. We'll see though if she comes on. Yeah. But yeah, let's
be awesome.
How much TJUMP?
Yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be pretty hard to follow up that with an argument. So, but Godless, could you do us all a favor and not use derogatory slang if possible? I'd like to maintain monetization if at all possible. The belief in a God is completely ridiculous. There's no evidence for it whatsoever. And in order to believe in the existence of a God, you have to reject the consensus in pretty much every academic field ever. Like neurology, that brains are physical things, not minds. That's the consensus in neurology. Cosmology, there is past eternal infinite is the problem. Natural infinite is the consensus and the explanation of the Big Bang. Biology, abiogenesis is tend to be a physical process. No non-physical minds did it. Philosophy, God doesn't work. Ethics, morality, objective morality can exist without God. Physics, there's no interactions that are non-physical. All interactions are physical. No non-physical mind. History, there's miracles can't be supported by history. There's no Moses, no Sarah, no global flood, no Tower of Babel.
It says everything is physical. It's funny because not even the thing that is physical is something of how would you say this? You know how they say atoms are they're like empty space, 99%. So not even what we think is physical is actual hard materia. It's just, do you know what I'm trying to say? Like,
yeah.
But he's like, there's only physical stuff. Anyways.
Genesis, the entire book is considered a myth. Physics information does not require mind. There is no virtual level of the world. No, physicists have not come to that conclusion.
Bullshit.
Biology information does not require mind. It's purely a natural process from a stochastic system, as in Shannon's information theory paper. Neurology, there is no libertarian free will. Psychology, people are not blameworthy. Biology, intelligent design is pseudoscience. Geology, creation science is pseudoscience. Mathematics, math is a language. It describes the universe. It doesn't predate the universe. Logic, same thing. Essentially, every academic field shows that all the arguments from religious apologetics are complete garbage, and they don't support the conclusion of God at all. And natural explanations support everything better. They explain everything better, absolutely everything. So there is absolutely no reason to come to the conclusion of a God for anything. It's just a made-up hypothesis that's used to try and make up explanations for the data that accomplishes nothing. And so there is no evidence for a God. Naturalism explains everything better. So yeah, I'll conclude with that.
All right. Thanks so much for that. Opening statements are done. Now we're going to jump to the open discussion. If you have a question, feel free to tag me at Converse Contender or send in a super chat. Kick to the top of the list. All right.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
What does it mean for something to precede time to create time?
Well, it's yeah, sure, Godless. I'll answer that. I don't think you paid attention to my opening really at all, because I did address your challenge of the Cartesian problem of evil with the view of
That's
God.
not the Cartesian problem.
It is. God is all powerful. God is all good, and therefore He's contradictory because He allows evil. That's basically.
Oh wait, but you said that God is limited by His goodness.
Right. His righteousness. His right.
Excuse me. That just means that God can He's limited by His nature. So He can only, what all powerful means there then is that He can only do everything that's in His nature to do.
Correct.
So that means that if I exist in a universe where it's only in my nature to slap my cunt, and I have the ability to slap my cunt, then by your definition, I'm all powerful.
That's really incoherent, but okay. I was more. Well, you're not.
Wow. Fuck.
She's hilarious. Yeah.
You don't have the ability to create a reality. You don't have anything tied or limited to your nature.
All right, one at a time.
Are you limiting God by His nature?
Yes. I'm saying that is within the claim of the Christian God.
What does all powerful mean? The ability to do anything that's in your nature to do.
All powerful in a. Yeah.
Let me rephrase the question. So, if you're saying that God is limited by His nature, and yet that is still coherent in your worldview, then anything you define His nature to be, like He could be limited to sit on His ass all day and sit in the chair and do nothing, and He'd still be all powerful by your definition.
If I was defining
wait. So
nature, but I'm not.
So if you're saying that the limitation of God's nature is some arbitrary set of principles that you've just made up and said, well, this is the way God. Wait. Hold up. Smokey.
You're straw manning me, TJ.
No, I'm not.
You're just saying things that aren't true and then continuing.
Smokey. I'm just.
We got to let TJUMP finish.
So this is not about your position, Smokey. So if a person claims that God is limited by His nature, and you've made up some arbitrary definition of His nature, you can define His nature to be whatever you want to explain anything you want in the universe. The reason that tree is there because it's God's nature to make that tree there, or the reason that He didn't save those babies because God was it's His nature to be too lazy to save those babies. You could just make His nature up to be anything, so that isn't an explanation. So you need to go more than just say, well, God's nature is limited to prevent Him from explaining all of these things because I want Him to. That's not an argument.
Ride my coattails, baby.
I made the claim is actually asserted through the Bible of the consistency of Him being limited by His nature. It's part of the claim. It's part of the claim inside the text of who He is. You trying to claim it anything other than that is you trying to create straw man Christianity and attack it. And that's what's going on right now, because you're saying, well, God is all these things, and I'm arbitrary drawing the definition. I'm not. I'm drawing the definition from the revelation. I'm not just simply deciding this is the case.
That wasn't the point of the argument. So again, if you are defining God to be a certain way and saying He can't be different from that way,
I'm not defining Him.
Again,
the Bible is. His revelation is defining Him. Stop saying I'm doing it.
Smokey.
Stop saying I'm doing.
Okay, Smokey, start understanding the point I'm making and stop, because it doesn't matter if you say
Well,
it or
just say it. Say it honestly.
No, no.
Communicate honestly.
Okay, I'm literally communicating honestly. Who says it doesn't matter. Arguments are true no matter who says them. So whether you say it or someone else says it makes no difference. So stop focusing.
You're straw manning my position to make your argument.
Has nothing to do with your position. Shut up.
Let Smokey. So hold on a second. Let's let TJUMP finish his point first.
Smokey, it doesn't matter who says an argument. All that matters is what the argument is saying. So when I say you say, all that matters is the argument here. Who actually says the argument? If I said it, it's still going to be incorrect or correct for the same reason. So stop focusing on who says it. It doesn't make a difference.
Dude.
You are saying that, if this is your argument, that God's nature is limited in some way, and that way prevents him from doing something, anything you want it to be, from knocking over that paper cup over there, then you can define God to be whatever you want to explain literally anything. Is God's nature to cause anything to happen or anything not to happen based on however you define his nature to be? And if you can't give an actual proof that his nature does form this independent of you saying so, or the Bible saying so in this case, then it's not evidence, it's just making shit up. It's not an explanation.
Dude, you believe in literal fairy tales. You believe in the Big Bang. You're not supposed to talk anything, you know? You believe in fairy tales. That is even more ridiculous than Christianity. If you think Christianity is ridiculous, you believe in a Big Bang. Explain that fairy tale for me. Explain.
The cosmic microwave background, we can see it's...
Yeah, fancy words. You're a words wizard. You like to go out fancy stuff and go around and spin around like your Earth model. Oh, you're a flat earther now. I know how you guys work. I know what you're going to say before you say it. You know, it's like are you a conspiracy theory? And look at us now. We're living in the biggest conspiracy theory ever. If anybody said it 9 months ago. If anybody said, hey, in 9 months, the whole world will shut down because of a bogus virus, you would have said you're a conspiracy nut. Anyways, the Big Bang.
Hey, listen,
the Big Bang is
I'm proud of myself that is on tape in that time. Do you know what I mean?
I was just about to say that.
Right?
Yeah.
Because in that time, there wasn't that many, maybe Andrew Tate, you know what I mean? But there wasn't that many people that said, hey, this is bogus. But I knew this shit was bogus. And also the sniffles, this one as well. But anyways.
Without fancy words. Can you do it without fancy words?
I'll do my best. If I say a fancy word, let me know. I'll simplify.
No, just go direct to it. Like
I'm gonna try. So I'll do that. I'll do my best. So we see galaxies moving away from us, and the farther away the galaxies are, the faster they're moving away from us. So
we see.
Yes.
Who is we? You're not seeing it.
Anybody who uses a telescope.
No. Oh, okay. Yeah, you got a great zoom and you see the galaxy spin. What kind of a telescope is that?
No. You don't see them spin. You see them moving farther away from us, which is based on the color of the light. Like
you get that from a little telescope on this little pea-sized Earth.
Color of the light. So yeah, if you
go to the basics. Go to the basics. The Big Bang. Explain. Wait. Let's wait.
The arguments against his position.
So
you're a clown. Any of that. That's your position.
Wait, let's let music analyst finish. Let's let him finish.
Wait. You godless people, you like to spin off shit. You like to spin around stuff. Go directly to the core of
trying to explain the Big Bang.
Yeah, you're trying really bad. Go to the core. Talk about the Big Bang and let me see how much of a fairy tale that sounds like.
So do you believe in the Big Bang?
Me? Hell no. When I was an atheist, yes. If you're asking me.
So what do you think? You don't believe in the Big Bang. So what do you think? The universe always existed?
Wait. Do you think there was endless nothingness?
What do you think the universe always existed? Sir, what's the alternative to the Big Bang? The universe always existed?
God has always existed. And in God's realm, there is no limit.
The universe always exists.
That I don't know. I don't know that. I only know in God's realm.
You're just totally agnostic about it. You're just totally agnostic. Now you're just being dishonest, right? You had to put your money somewhere. Just roll the dice. I don't know.
That just don't work on the God.
Like past
imperial. Godless. How do you know? How do you know?
Like regress of past material events. I don't know. I'm just totally agnostic about it. If I had to put my money somewhere, just roll the fucking dice. Now you're just dishonest, right?
You promote the godless thing really good. Like that is like Satan, you know, like that behavior. That's what happens when you believe in Satan.
This is miserable, sir. Do you?
I'm miserable. You become miserable
Do
you don't have a God in your life.
there is an infinite regress of past material events? Yes or no?
Become miserable. Huh? What is that?
Do you believe that there is an immaterial regression? An infinite regression of material events.
What does that mean? Make it.
It means that every material event preceded another material event. Do you believe that, sir? You fucking music analyst.
Wait, I'm talking about the Big Bang now. I want to know how endless.
I'm asking you a question. Yes or no? Yes or no?
You're not.
All right, hang on. Give him a
Let
second.
him talk.
Hey, hold on. Hey, listen, I'm gonna have to mute you guys.
Godless,
Stab
this
someone
is
with
not
a
how
knife
to win a
before.
debate.
Look at her eyes. Man.
I'm gonna have.
When you look at her eyes, she looks like
Yeah.
she stabbed someone. You know,
Yeah.
in her past life. Yeah, she
It's
looks
funny
scary,
that
man.
It's funny that I said that she's like basically Satan or something like that. That's funny.
I have to mute you guys. All right, one at a time. And let me say real quick, no slurs. Okay, it'll get us demonetized. If anybody says any slurs or anything, it's gonna get us kicked off. So
Okay,
I'll
just repeat my question one more
let's go
time.
right back into it. Music
Yes or
analyst.
no?
Can we
Yes
say
or
the
no?
F word?
Do you
Can we say-
believe that every event
Ask
was
Converse.
every material event preceded a material event?
Converse, if I can say the F word. Wait,
Yes or no?
Converse. Can I say the F word, or is it? Maybe we can.
Sure, say the F word.
Yeah, it depends on what F. It depends on what F word, but no slurs. Okay.
Not the one Godless said. Yeah, I get that. I don't say that. Yeah, listen, Godless. Wait, this was a question to TJUMP, and now you're jumping in like that. I wanted him to explain the Big Bang to me and us, everybody here.
What the fuck? He doesn't have to account for the. What is he doesn't have to account for the Big Bang?
Well,
Well,
I can do that.
That's not his
That's fine.
position.
I'm
His
not happy.
position
I'm not
doesn't
gonna do that.
require him to account for the Big Bang, faggot.
Hey, no, we can't. Gallus girl, you can't use that on YouTube. You're gonna get us kicked. You're gonna get us demonetized.
Oh, sorry,
You can't use it
no
in there.
F words. Okay,
Yeah.
no F words.
That is the devil, Godless, in you. The devil is inside of you. That's
Yeah,
why.
it's saying, making me call you that, sir. Do you
Listen,
believe
when
that every material event preceded a material event? Yes or
I
no?
first saw you, I was like, shit, this woman is miserable. And then I saw your name. I'm like, oh,
This
that's
is
why.
meta. This is meta.
Godless
Sure.
makes you
Sir,
miserable.
did every music analyst, did every event, every material event precede a material event? Yes or no?
I don't think he knows what that means.
Yes or no?
I don't think he knows what that means. I don't think.
Yeah, my English is not my native
You
language.
understand
I
what a
have
material event
English
is?
2.5 years, so don't go fancy on me, God.
Let me try to clear it up. Music analyst, she's asking you if there's any way for basically the beginning of the universe, then there's something before the beginning of the universe, then there's something before the beginning of the universe, and all the way back. She's asking you if you believe in that type of infinite regression. That's what she's asking.
Yeah, I don't know. This place might have always existed, or God created it whenever God created it. I don't know about that. I only believe that there is an entity that lives outside of time, lives outside of time, has no limit to time. We only have limit, a beginning and an end in this reality, and we try to apply that to the Creator. It's ridiculous. You can't do it. The Creator is way beyond us. Way. You can never understand the Creator. Nobody can. We can have clues. Clues like, oh, there might be a creator, but we won't fully know until it's time. That's what I believe. But I want to know the Big Bang. Explain that without going swirling around with fancy wizard words and stuff.
Okay. Okay, we see galaxies moving away from us. You can tell because the light is more red. And so if you it's a wavelength, kind of like sound. And so if you're passing by a car, you hear it's a higher pitch when it's coming towards you and a lower pitch when it's going away from you. We see the same thing in light. So we can see the galaxies are moving away from us, just like a car when it goes past you. And so we can just use math and say, well, if it's going away from us at this rate, we can wind the clock back and say, well, where was it at this point? And there was all collapse on a single point. So we know there's a big clump of matter, and then it started.
Galaxies. When have we ever seen galaxies? Galaxies. I've never seen a galaxy. Have you seen a galaxy? I mean, I've seen it on pictures. I've always wondered, where the hell are these things? When they show.
They try to explain galaxies.
Closer to the mic. Closer to the. Yeah.
They try to explain galaxies like there's always pictures. If you our supposed galaxies, is the only one that you can see, basically in the sky. If
How
you're in the
convenient.
desert, and
Yeah.
there's a lot of stars, you can see this light, this big light, and if you ask
Yeah,
someone,
but
they'll
I've
be like,
never
"Oh,
seen.
that's the galaxy."
Yeah, but I've never seen. These pictures of space galaxies. There's like, I don't know. It looks like clouds or something. I don't like purple, blue, red. Have you?
Yeah,
I've never seen that in
rainbow
my.
colors.
Yeah, I've never seen
Yeah.
that. LGBT galaxies.
So the
Yeah.
galaxy has an agenda, apparently.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. So I don't
Yeah.
know what he's talking about. We see galaxies move away. Where? Anyways.
Expand. That's the Big Bang. Doesn't say that
Right.
there could be natural stuff before the Big Bang, like the multiverse. The Big Bang
Hey,
wasn't the
Vince,
beginning of everything. That
Yeah.
wasn't the point.
I have an insane idea.
What?
If you manage to get this girl on a stream,
Yeah.
invite Pepsi Man at the same time, and
Mm.
ask her about something that pisses Pepsi Man off, and watch that
Megadeth
beautiful
or
conversation. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh my God. Even her not believing in God, that will be. That's
Yeah, I
that's
just want her on. That's all. I don't care what we talk about. I think it would be hilarious. Yeah.
yeah.
So there was not first nothingness and then something came.
Right. No one in physics thinks that before the Big Bang there was nothingness.
So what do they think? There was another reality there, another materialistic.
Yes, like the multiverse or string theory or the collapsing universe or many different models. It's all just more natural stuff prior to the Big Bang. No one thinks there was a literal nothing before the Big Bang.
That's not what I've heard of the Big Bang. They say there was nothing and then something came.
That's what the theists say. That's not what the physicists say. The theists are misrepresent the physics because they don't like it, but the physics just says it's just more natural stuff.
Okay, let me ask you this. Do you believe we only live once?
Yes.
Hold on. So he says that the scientists, they've never said that before the Big Bang there was nothing. So he's saying before all of this came, there was something else? Like, doesn't make...
From the scientists I've heard that have been on Joe
Yeah.
Rogan, for example,
Yeah.
almost most of them agree that there's been nothing before this supposed Big Bang. So I don't know what he's talking about. What kind
Right,
of physics that he's talking about?
Right.
Yeah.
And even, let's say, even if it was true what he's saying, that there was something else before the Big Bang, what would that even be? Like atoms? Or like, what are you talking about? It can't be other realities, like other planets and stuff, whatever he thinks it is. Like, what are you talking about? It's either it was nothing or... Yeah, anyways, it's just stupid. Anyways.
It's ridiculous arguments, to be honest.
Yeah.
Once only. Why? Why do you believe that?
Because I have
Yeah,
no
yeah.
evidence for there being multiple lives.
Well, do you have evidence on the contrary?
Well, I can know I'm alive now, so that's
Yes.
at
Why
least
do you-
once.
Okay, but why do you choose to believe I only live once? Because
Well-
let me say this. Do you remember what you did 2 Thursdays ago? Exactly.
I don't even know what day it is today.
Exactly. So
So-
how the fuck would you remember? How the hell would you remember past
Well,
lives?
it's like I can see that I have one cup, so I have a reason to believe I have one cup, but I don't have a reason to believe I have more cups. So
Still, you don't remember
well,
2 Thursdays.
I don't know everything in the house here, so there could be more cups in the house, but I know I have one cup. I have good reason
Yes.
to have one cup, but I do not have good reason to believe I have multiple cups. So evidence for one cup, not evidence for multiple cups. That's why I think there's one cup, but not multiple
Still
cups.
doesn't explain that you could have forgotten a lot of
Yeah,
past
no,
lives.
I
Just
agree.
because you don't remember
I agree.
that it didn't happen.
No,
You know what I'm
I
saying?
agree. I agree. You're right. I could have lived lots of past lives. I could have lived a past life as a cow or as a god or as a
Or even as
female.
teacher, doing exactly this.
We don't have any evidence for that. Like I could have been a leprechaun, or
Yeah.
I could have been 10 different people at once. There's infinitely many things I could have been.
Then
But
you believe that
wait. So because there's infinitely many things that could have been, and one of them is that I didn't exist prior to this, and this is my only life. That's a possibility too. We need a way to differentiate which one of these is imaginary and which one of them is real. And so we say, well, which one has evidence? Well, we know the one I have right now has evidence. We don't have any evidence of the other things. It's possible I had previous lives, and it's possible I didn't. But right now, the only evidence we have is that I have one life.
Yeah, but what is real? When you're in a dream, you think that is real until you wake up and see that that was a dream. So maybe it's the same with this. You think this is real, and when you die from here, you wake up somewhere else, and you're like seeing this as a dream. Anyway,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, it's definitely possible, but if you have no evidence, we shouldn't believe it.
So you believe when you die, what happens to you when you die? I want to hear what you think.
The
When you
same
die,
thing, the same thing as what happened before you were born, just nothingness. You just
so nothingness. So wait. Why did it even have to be so that you so that you got born? Why wouldn't you stay in the endless nothingness in the first place and never got born? Why did you have to get born and then return back to the same endless nothingness?
This is a solid argument right here, because why was you even born in the first place? You know what I mean? If you're gonna live once and you came from nothing, why only live once and then go back to never come back again? You know what I mean?
Yeah, listen, man. It's not about arguments anymore. These kind of people, I don't like this kind of thinking overall, regardless of religion or believing in God or not believing in God. I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
If you think that you come from nothing and you go back to nothing without any judgment, without any entity, strong entity, great entity, judging you on what you did and judging you on the truth that you told with the time that you were alive for, and so basically no heaven and no hell.
Yeah.
That means you can go through life and not try to do anything, and
Yeah, because it's pointless.
be sad
There is no-
and
yeah.
pointless. Yeah, not
But-
help people. Be a piece
But,
of
you
shit
know-
and just
Your sound, yeah, your sound is good now, I think. Yeah, you know what I think? I think it's the Satanists that runs this world that wants us to believe we only live once, because when you think you only live once, two things happens. They can scare the fuck out of you to control you, and then the second thing is, if you don't think there is any consequences for your actions in this reality, because you only live once and you're gonna go back to nothingness, what does that encourage you? That encourage you potentially to do bad shit, because hey, nobody's watching you. Just do you, man. You know, you only live once. Just do whatever you feel like. You know, the satanic thing of do what thou wilt. You know, that thing.
I
You
mean,
know what I mean?
the you only live once quote or something.
Saying, yeah.
There is some truth to that, to be honest. Like, what do you think? You don't only live once, or do you live? Or are
Absolutely
you
not.
okay? Are you reincarnated into a different person?
That could be possible, but it could also be possible that
but you're
you
not gonna
come
be the
back.
yeah, but you're not gonna be the same person. So if you are, then you're immortal, and that's
Well, I believe the soul is immortal. I believe the soul is immortal. This is not.
Of course, but the soul is not a physical thing.
No, it's not. But what is physical? Do you know what I mean? Like, it's all an illusion. Even the soul, the physical, it's different illusions.
Humans are physical. Then the human touch is physical.
Yeah, but you know, in a video game, the GTA guy looks like he is in a physical world as well. You know, because he bumps into something and it stops him from going into a building or a wall or into a tree. It's just an illusion. But this reality has a way more advanced illusion than a video game. You know, like yeah, that's what I believe anyways. I believe everything is an illusion, and I don't think you probably think we live once, right? Because you know, you either go to heaven and hell, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're on team TJUMP, but in a different way.
That's weird, but yeah, sure.
You're on this guy's team. Look
Yeah,
at-
but with me, life is so short that you have to make the best out of it, and you have to. And this is all a test. And
Okay, let me tell you this. Let me ask you this
Okay.
quickly before we go back.
Go ahead.
What if it is a test? But what if this test will test you multiple times with the same character? Meaning Ashman. If you fail the test, you go back and become Ashman again. And you try to all... Well, how do you know it's not like that? How do you know it's not like that?
Listen, man. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Let's say it's like that. Let's say
Yeah.
it's like that.
Yeah.
I refuse to believe it's like that, and I'll tell you why. Because if I believe with all my heart that it's like that, the way you just
You
described
think it will become that, right?
No, not that. I think
Okay.
I will become a much worse version than myself because I'll know, hey, I'll get to do this again. So if I fucked
Or-
up this one, maybe I
Yeah.
can do better the next one.
Or, yeah, that's one way to think about it. But another way would be like, oh, shit, I better not fuck this up because I don't want to go back here again. I want to go somewhere else. I don't want to relive this shit again. And we probably have lived through this. If this is true, we've probably already been 80 times on the same character, same life. Listen, I'm not saying it is that way. I don't exclude Jack, man. The only thing I do
You like to think
only-
about other options.
Yeah, the only thing I do exclude though is what TJUMP thinks, that we just live once and we dissolve into nothing. I don't believe that. Because I don't think it's even possible. If it was possible, you wouldn't be aware of it because you need a consciousness to be aware that you ended up in nothing. Do you know what I mean? So to me, I'm completely excluding that possibility. That's the only thing I'm excluding. But anyways, let's go back. Hey, listen, when she comes back, it's gonna go nuts.
Because if you say that you return back to the endless nothingness, then it never was endless in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so you weren't in the nothingness. It's not like you existed in the nothingness and then you got transferred to the somethingness. That's not how it works. You are just a product of an emergent property in your brain, and so that emergent property in your brain came about because of the physical interactions in your brain, which didn't happen.
it came from nothing, right? Everything, your brain and reality came from nothing.
No
What do
one
you mean?
says that. Remember, natural stuff exists forever. There's no ultimate beginning. The emergent property came from.
How do you know that?
That's just the best evidence we have. Is that what?
No, that's just guesses. Listen.
That's evidence. So again, the way emergent properties work, like for example, this cup didn't always exist. This cup was created by a manufacturer, Stanley, and before the Stanley Cup existed.
Hey, that's hilarious. This guy is talking about.
He just proves God exists.
Right? Exactly. This guy
idiot.
don't believe in God, but he just said, hey, listen, this cup needs a creator. But, our reality, which is a gazillion times more complex than that cup,
created itself, basically.
That doesn't need a creator. Do you know how stupid that shit is? You know how dumb that is? That is really dumb coming from a guy that thinks he's so fucking smart. You know what I mean? Because
also, he doesn't know what the word evidence means.
Yeah, evidence is like, all right, you can't
evidence over and over again.
Yeah, evidence is like undeniable things, like things that you cannot deny. Like, oh shit, that is that thing.
Things that you have experienced and you have seen as well.
Yeah, that's But the problem is if it's only what you have experienced, the only problem is to get other people to believe what you have experienced. For example, there are people who says I've met Jesus. I'm not saying it's true or not. It's true or not, but let's say it is true. Let's say they met Jesus. They're the only ones that are aware of that. Like, I can never really understand that because I have not met Jesus. You know what I mean? Like, if they truly met Jesus, they can never prove that. But for themselves, they can say, yeah, it's real. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Didn't exist. There wasn't the previous cup there. It was just this one cup. And when this cup gets destroyed, it's never going to re-exist. It's going to be gone forever. People are the same. They're just
in different material. Like you can never destroy materia. Apparently, you can't destroy it. Anyways, wait. Let's not go to the cup. I want to ask you: when you die, do you end up in endless nothingness? Right? You say that.
No. There's.
Where do you end up then? Where do you end up?
Nothingness isn't a thing you can be in. Nothingness is a lack of something.
What happens to you?
You stop existing.
You guys, some people are asking, how is this related to the "Does God exist" topic? Maybe you could give us that one.
It is related. It is related. Wait.
Actually,
Okay.
in the large headlines letter.
You die now, and you end up in. You stop existing. You say.
Yes.
What is stop existing? Okay, let's look at that. What is stop existing? Wouldn't you have to be conscious to realize that you've stopped existing?
Yes, when you stop existing, you don't realize it. So you're not going to realize when you stop existing. You're just going to stop existing.
Yeah, but then you can't know.
Let me just add this quickly. You know how he says he goes on evidence? Stupid motherfucker, you just don't know what you just said. You can never prove this claim. Are you there? Oh yeah, you just froze for a second. Yeah. He says he just goes on evidence, right? But what he don't realize is what he just said here. He says you can never realize that you ended up in endless nothingness, or you can never realize when you stopped existing. Okay, so then you don't have evidence for your own belief, because he believes when you die, you stop existing, you know. But you can never ever prove that, since you would have to be conscious when you stopped existing. You would have to be conscious to try to prove that you stopped existing. It doesn't even make sense. Like, this thing is not possible to prove, the thing he believes in. You know, do you know what I mean? Like, it's not possible to ever prove it.
Yeah. Also, I have a feeling that this guy is one of those people that if you told him something and you made him aware of it, and you made him think, maybe I'm wrong about this. Oh, that's a very good point. He won't acknowledge that it's a good point. He'll never agree with you on it, because he doesn't want to come across as being
that he was wrong, right? He doesn't want to look. Yeah, you know what that is? That is a sign of a big ego, right? The big ego don't want to believe they have done anything wrong, or they are wrong about anything. They don't want to, because the ego thinks that makes them look lesser. That makes them look lesser. You know what I mean? That, you were dumb there because you didn't realize this and that. But the smartest thing is to actually, if somebody hands you real evidence of something that is going against what you believed, that is smart to acknowledge. Oh shit, I was wrong about that. You know what I mean? Because it doesn't matter what anybody thinks. If something is right and is against what you believe, but you still keep clinging on to your belief, you will never win, and that will never make you smart. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you are wrong about something, clinging on and pretending that you're right about it won't make you right. It won't make you smarter, because you are not above facts and reality. Nobody is. You know what I mean? So clinging on to,
it will never make you. It will never make you move forward in life.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean.
Also, it will affect, and this is a real thing. It will affect your psyche, your mental health, if you want to put that in words. It will. Because acting like you know it all, seen it all, it will affect you in a very bad way in the future.
Yeah, and that is what people like.
You'll start. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That is what people like this are. They are like, because you know what it is. Also, I believe that they think that a lot of people think he's smart, and he doesn't want to change that reputation, if you want. Like, if he starts to admit, I was wrong about that, he thinks that the people that thought he was smart is now gonna start to what is the word I'm looking for? Doubt him. That they will start to doubt his brilliance. So therefore, he can never really admit to when he's wrong. You know what I mean? You
Listen,
don't want
man.
to lose credibility.
Yeah, that's why modesty. If too much modesty is a bad thing, because so there are certain countries that move. I mean, there's a certain country we can't name that moves around modesty, and you know, now robots control that country, and they scam people to find out if they're fucking jabbed or not. Anyway,
Yeah.
but
Oh shit.
yeah, but modesty is a good thing because it allows you to not be in your head too much, because if people give you too much compliments and you can't deal with it. It's like a man being rich and famous. You cannot deal with that. You need modesty. You need some sort of modesty in life, or else
To
you're gonna
keep you-
lose it.
To keep you in check, right? To keep a leash on your ego, because if you don't have a leash on your ego will just go wild, eventually destroying you, right? Yeah.
Basically, yeah. And with these types of people, and I see this with Americans a lot, people who have no idea how to fight, starting fights, and people no idea what evidence means or the truth is, talking about nonsense, and
Yeah.
it's weird, yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, let's get back. Yeah.
Stopped existing because you're not there to
Right.
verify.
You're
Like,
not going to know. You're right. You're
existing.
not going to know when you stop existing. You're just going to stop existing.
Therefore, it speaks more to that we've always been endless souls, having reincarnations or
No.
whatever we've done.
No.
Yes, this speaks more.
I
to
think
that.
I think Vince might be trying to draw the conclusion of TJUMP. How do you know we're not God?
I have no idea how you got to that, but no, the fact that we don't know when we stop existing isn't evidence that we do not stop existing. That's not how knowledge works.
Speaks more for that we have been, endless souls. Just
What do you mean it speaks more for? It doesn't speak more to anything.
more for that than not.
What do you
know,
mean? What are you talking about? It doesn't speak more to anything.
It doesn't make sense that first there's nothing, then you came, and then you go back. First you didn't exist, then you existed, then you go back. Only for once. Who keeps track of that? Like, yes, TJUMP, only one, and Godless, only one, and Smokey and me and Coppers and everybody else. One time.
One cup gets destroyed, no more cup. The cup isn't going to be reincarnated. Same thing.
Scientists, priests, you know what they say? Everything we see is just signals. Like when you're not even looking at your cup, like if your cup is behind you, it's not decoded yet. So
scientists do not say that.
They do.
No, they do not.
They do. They say, I have to show you that.
So my expertise is the consensus of physicists, and they say, no, it is not informational. It's not a collapsing information thing. No, that is not how it works.
Really, this guy, James Gates, look him up.
I know who you're talking about. There are many crazy people. There are many crazy people out there.
He was the top scientist of Obama.
He's talking about a top scientist that was one of Obama's scientists. This guy said that he found in the fabric of reality, he found computer codes no different than what is in a browser. Literally, he said this, and he is now calling him a kook. That's funny. That's funny that he does that. Yeah.
What do you call it? Yeah.
So no. The consensus in the experts is that no, we are not in a simulation. That's not how it works. It's not a random thing.
Okay. Have you tried VR headsets? Have you tried them?
Yes.
Okay. So when you tried them, like the real ones, not the cell phone ones, the smartphone.
Yes, the one you put on your head and you play on a console.
Yeah, but there's a high-end one and there's a fucking phone version. High-end ones, even though the graphics sucks, they still have captured the way your eyes or your brain is decoding visuals. Like your body, your mind thinks you're in that VR headset when you put it on, right? If you've tried it, you know what I mean.
Yes, they put the image on your head, and so when you move your head, the image moves with you, and it makes it look like it's your eyes. Yes.
Yes, it does it so well. Your brain actually thinks you're there, even though the graphics sucks. It doesn't matter. The feeling of just being there, your mind is convinced that you're there. Hence why you get those, you get nauseous.
Vertigo, yes. So
yeah. So wait, and there's a point with this. There's a big point with this. Let's say they covered everything. They made the graphics look exactly like this, which will be possible probably. And they somehow connected your fucking brain into that fucking VR thing. Okay.
Like the Matrix.
Yes, exactly like the Matrix. How the fuck would you know that you were in it? If they made all the senses, connected all the senses into that, and the graphics is just as this reality, no flaws, because one of the things in this reality is that we don't see any flaws. When we don't see any flaws, we think it's real. So when they have no flaws in the VR headsets of the future and connect your brain to it, and don't you say they can't do it, because Elon Musk has a thing called Neuralink.
We will be able to do it in the future. And the way we know is because it's fallibilism. We don't have any evidence to support it. We do have evidence to support naturalism. That's how we know.
Wait. Hold on. Right now, they can connect your brain into a chip. Right now. Elon Musk has it right now. This year.
They can't do it right now, but they will.
Yes, they can. He has it this year.
Bullshit. They could, and they are, and they did. Okay? Yeah. That's right.
Dude, I can show you a press conference when he talks about the operation.
I'm the expert on this. They cannot do that.
No, you're not the expert.
He's the expert.
I'm the expert.
He likes to think that.
No, any type of chip you try to plant in the brain will develop scar tissue, and it'll lose connection very soon.
Oh, really, Mr. Expert? I wonder what you're saying right now, Mr. Expert, about the Neuralink. And even Billy Gates has his own chip as well. Did you know that?
Billy Boy.
Yeah, Billy Boy has also a chip.
Yeah.
I didn't know about it. But he has one, and BlackRock has one as well. So yeah, interesting.
BlackRock has a chip.
Yeah, I think BlackRock even. Yeah, they made it even before Bill Gates and Elon. But it was a little bit more primitive looking, because it was like a little piece of plastic or whatever the chip is, and then it has spikes on it. Anyways, we'll have to look at it later. But
BlackRock's chip will make you love islands more, and will make you love small human beings more than big human beings. That's what that chip would make you.
Yeah, it will give you a virtual reality tour to Epstein's Island. Yeah, that's nice.
Oh yeah, that's the only GPS that you'll find in your brain at that particular moment. Also, what was I about to say? What is this guy an expert on again?
On bullshit. He's an expert on bullshit.
Is he a legit expert? What is he? Who is he?
He is a modern day debate. He's like their home guy. They use him all the time to debate flat earthers, to debate God, to debate. He is like their go-to guy, this guy. He's even debated, Alex Stein. You know who Alex Stein is? The guy...
Doesn't ring a bell.
The guy who went to these boards of state board thing, and he was like rapping and talking about weird shit. He was going all crazy in front of a board of.
Maybe I've seen something. Perhaps
you've seen it.
If he's that famous, perhaps I've seen something.
Yeah. Definitely. You want me to pull him up? Hold on, Alex Stein. You probably know him. This guy. He looks like Tucker Carlson. You see him?
Yeah. I don't know if I've seen a video.
Okay,
yeah,
good, but okay. Anyways.
Yeah, I'll check him out. Yeah. Talking about Tucker Carlson, do you know when the interview dropped?
In 4 hours, I believe. I could be wrong, but we'll have to look at that one. That's gonna be hilarious.
So,
uncensored interview with Putin.
I don't know about uncensored, but yeah,
I
sure.
hope it's uncensored. Yeah.
No way. Okay.
Who knows? Who knows?
We cannot do that yet. We do not have the technology to do
Dude,
that
he
yet.
just showed how you do it. They open up your skull.
Well, TJUMP, give it to us that it'll happen soon. Let's
Yeah,
entertain the
it'll
argument that it will happen soon.
Even though it's here, right?
Okay,
This
let's
year.
entertain it for the sake of the
Yeah,
argument. Go ahead.
yeah. Oh, okay.
What's your point?
The point is this: you say this. It can't be possible that this is like a virtual reality. Well, there's a lot of
No, I didn't
clues.
say that. I didn't say it
What did
can't
you
be
say that?
possible. Anything could be possible. We just don't have any evidence to support it, so we shouldn't.
Okay,
believe
you
it.
always, you always have to see it, right? You always have to see it.
No.
So you won't believe in God until you see God, but that won't happen.
No, I never said that either. So I said there's no evidence for it, and so we shouldn't jump to that conclusion. Like you
Yeah,
can
but
make
what is evidence when you see? When you see, huh?
Evidence yet?
no,
What do you say?
what-
Sorry, I just got back.
Have you
Did they
presented the evidence yet?
Were you not even here? Oh, great.
Yeah, let's hear from Godless Girl and Smokey.
Wait, did anybody answer my question? Did God create the universe before time existed?
Yeah, that's yes, godless, because he is timeless. He is not. He is not made
That's
of all
gibberish.
time. He
That's
is not
gibberish. I
made
don't
of
understand what that
one
means. That's not cognitively meaningful to me. Can you explain
Well,
what it means?
Yes, he's timeless. He
Yeah.
consists of no time or no space and no
So
matter.
I take before to be temporal.
Well, he exists as something that our three-dimensional reality does not exist as, which is why you're having a hard
So I take before to be temporal. So I don't know what something can be
non-temporal.
temporal and timeless at the same time.
To
That
be
seems like a
non-temporal, to be eternal, to be
seems like a
never.
contradiction.
It's like the idea of the cosmos.
Temporal and timeless is a contradiction. So I don't understand the claim. I'm
The
sorry. Is that
idea-
meaningful to me?
What do you
I'm
believe?
confused. I'm confused.
What do you believe is beyond the universe?
Yeah, what is what I believe? How is what I believe relevant to the claim that something can be
because
timeless
I'm
and temporal?
expecting if you're
It's
criticizing.
timeless and it's temporal, but you believe X, therefore it's coherent to
Well,
be
yeah,
timeless.
well, if you're
temporal?
criticizing the coherency of my claim, I would expect you to be able to have something either more or equally coherent in order to contend with it.
No,
not-
no, I don't have to offer anything. I don't have to offer an
Okay.
account for anything. If
Okay, so you're
if
just
your
saying
claim is gibberish, then
my
your claim is
philosophical
gibberish.
claim.
Whether I can account for anything.
One at a time,
Whether
guys.
I'm even a fucking sentient being. Your claim is gibberish. If your claim is gibberish, your claim is gibberish. Whether
If
I'm
something
even
is
fucking
timeless.
sentient or
Hey,
not.
guys, one at a time.
I'm saying it's timeless and temporal at the same time. It's timeless and it's temporal. What the fuck? This is contradiction, sir. You're
not.
contradicting
It's not at
yourself,
all.
sir. I don't understand the point.
Listen,
I'm
All right,
saying-
let's hear from
I'm sorry.
Smokey Saint. Let's let him answer.
It's not cognitively meaningful to
Just-
me.
You're just
Well,
having that time of your
What
life.
I mean,
Godless
it's
Girl.
timeless
Yeah, it was
and
hilarious.
temporal.
Give it a break.
It's timeless and it's temporal. What the fuck?
Take a break.
What?
All right, let's hear from Smokey. Let's let him answer or respond to that real quick.
godless.
Is that your claim? It's timeless and it's temporal. Is that your claim?
Let's give him a second to. Let's give him a minute to respond.
I can't seem to start talking without her starting talking. Godless, maybe, just maybe, part of your inability to understand what I'm saying has to do with you getting baked out of your ever-loving mind before you come into a debate to compete and win. Maybe that has something to do with it. So I'm trying to make it very, very clear. I'm saying that the nature of the claim is that God is timeless, which
Yeah,
means he has no
temporal. Is before temporal.
Yes.
Is before
Okay.
temporal.
Godless, do you believe time had a beginning?
Yes.
So there was a time when there was no time.
Yes. Yes. So
Okay.
before time.
Exactly. So
Before, I think before to be temporal. So something that's temporal cannot be timeless, right? A timeless temporal.
Exactly, that's my
Timeless and
point.
temporal.
It's
Excuse me, sir. I'm not
non-temporal.
finished. Excuse me. I didn't interrupt you. Don't interrupt me.
It was his time.
Timeless and temporal is a contradiction. You're saying that God existed before time. So God is both temporal, but
No.
yet you said God is timeless.
Let me rephrase Smokey's argument. Let me,
It's
All right.
gibberish.
let me
Does anyone
rephrase.
Let's let him answer.
understand?
wow.
It's supposed to be timeless and temporal at the same time? It's gibberish.
I can't believe I was expecting
All right.
each
All right.
I'm sorry, sir. I don't understand the fucking question. Can something be timeless?
That sounds like a you problem.
What? It's gibberish.
This sounds like
All right,
a
Godless
you
Girl.
problem.
Let's let him answer. Let's give him a second.
Smokey, let
Go ahead.
me see if I can steel man Smokey's argument here.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
Smokey is he's asking if time had a beginning, then time is in time, so there must be a beginning point of time. And how did that beginning point of time happen if there wasn't something prior to it?
That's pretty close. That's pretty close. I'll take feedback. I'm getting some
Echo.
reverb here. Echo, yeah.
Sorry, I'll mute. If it's me.
Okay, so but anyway, TJUMP, if I don't know if she's going to respond to that. I don't know if she's even really coherent what's going on right now. Let me just ask you a quick question because I was curious. You did say something in your opening I thought was worth kind of addressing.
Go for it.
The Tower of Babel story, the flood story. You don't accept those as historical narratives of any regard, or do you accept them as maybe like loosely interpreted historical narratives?
Who's that guy?
I'm just going with the consensus that they just didn't happen.
Well, whose consensus is that?
The academic consensus.
Who the fuck is that guy?
Dude,
You
random dude showed up out of nowhere. And he was bald and he was naked.
And shirtless, yes.
you don't accept those as historical narratives of any regard, or do you accept them as maybe like loosely interpreted historical narratives?
I'm just going with the consensus that they just didn't happen.
Well, whose consensus is that?
The academic consensus of historians.
The Iranian fucking hello.
Oh, you think he was Iranian? I wonder.
It's like a Middle Eastern thing.
Yeah, I wonder. You know the time where she was gone. I wonder if they had a quickie. You know what I mean? She was gone for a while.
Wonder, man.
Yeah, she was gone for a while. You know what I mean? It wouldn't surprise me. Yeah.
Dude,
You don't accept those as historical narratives of any regard, or do you accept them as maybe like loosely interpreted historical narratives?
I'm just going with the consensus that they just didn't
I
happen.
said hello to him. Yeah.
Well, whose consensus is that?
The academic consensus of historians in every field around the world.
Oh, they say that's not history, is the claim of academic consensus.
Yeah, it's I forget, mythological, apocryphal. I forget the exact word they use, but yeah, the entire story, the entire book of Genesis is a foundational myth of the Jewish belief system.
So even though there's another, culture that didn't interact with the Jews and was separated by thousands of miles, but has similar corroborating stories of the flood and the Tower of Babel, therefore by academic scholarship standards would concrete it as two corroborating accounts from different cultures at different times that match in similarity. Would that not be a verification of it being more of a historical story?
No, every historian already knows of that. No, every historian already knows of those multiple things, and they don't corroborate anything. They're just people build towers as a thing, and so they think, hey, well, maybe we'll build the biggest tower. That's a kind of a human thing to take an idea and escalate it to its maximum. And flood stories also happen all over the world. They predate Noah, actually, and they predate the flood.
Well, that's to my point. That's to my point, is that the fact that there's these corroborating stories, even if they do.
No, my point is they're not corroborating. There's lots of people in lots of different cultures come up with the same stories all the time. They're not corroborating stories. They're just people come up with the same kinds of stories. There's many.
Do you have another example of that, like a cultural zeitgeist like that, other than that in the ancient world, like around the tower? The
thousands of them. There are literally thousands of them. Like,
well, do you have an example?
Stories, Zeus' stories, the dying and rising God stories, Savior stories.
Well, those are unique characters to cultures. Those
No. I'm talking about the genre. Those kinds of people, like.
Well, I'm not talking about genres. I'm talking about very specific historical events.
As for a zeitgeist is a genre. Those are the same. Those are synonyms. So any type of general character, like a super strong guy like Hercules, is going to be a trope that is seen in multiple cultures throughout multiple times. That is not evidence. That is not corroborating evidence Hercules existed. That's evidence that people make up stories with the same kind of idea of taking a trait of humanity, or something like building a tower or people's strength, and then escalating it and then applying that escalation to a character. These are not in any way corroborating, which is why the consensus think none of that's evidence.
So at what point, I'll let you go real quick, music analyst. I just have one more question. So at what point do we start doubting our history in terms of saying we can't possibly know, it's too far back, those people weren't recording correctly? At what point can we draw the line and say this is true history and this is not true history?
Archaeological evidence where it can actually support the claims being made, where it has independent sources that are not of the same, like,
the quick is over.
People group, the same, like, forget It's not like it's not people who are
So-
outside of the ideology.
So it's not liable to be believed until there's archaeological support for it.
Depends on the claim, but for the most part, like if they said they saw a dog in Genesis, then that would probably be fine. But,
Well, yeah, but I'm talking about. I mean, you had said that like Moses, Abraham, all these people didn't even exist, and like
Yeah.
the only way we would know they existed was through historical documentation. So aside from historical documentation, I don't know how. Basically, I think you could just draw a blanket dismissal of any ancient character you don't like.
no.
is
So if
kind
the
of what it
claims are
seems.
mundane, like there was a guy named Caesar who did stuff, that would be fine. But the claims of the story made that there is a global flood, which is physically impossible, that there were, I forget how many Jews, but it was the number of Jews required for the story to be true would be equivalent to the entire population of Egypt. So that's not
Well,
possible.
You're
They-
talking about it from the perspective.
No. I'm clarifying that the reason we know it's not true, the reason historians say it's not true, is because all the claims made in the thing are completely fabricated nonsense. They do not
If-
comport with reality.
let me
That's
ask
why
you
they're not
something.
true.
Let me ask you
Tower of
something.
Babel does not comport with reality.
If-
Why it's
Well, I don't know how you could even possibly claim that. But let me like for the sake of the flood, like for the sake of simply denying the existence of the flood, like if you seem to be denying it based upon the idea that Noah would have had knowledge that the entire earth was covered, as opposed to Noah only able to state that he saw what he was able to see was covered, which to him was all the world. So
no.
if you're interpreting, unless
None
you're
of that-
interpreting
none of
it
that
from a
has to do with our
supernatural, let me
None of-
finish.
none of that
Let me
has to do-
finish. Let me finish. Unless you're interpreting it from a supernatural perspective, that Noah was given supernatural knowledge of a view of the entire earth being flooded, then you can only take it from a historical, naturalistic perspective that Noah was describing exactly what he sees, which means he would have been describing a local flood. So why would you
that
have?
has nothing to do with the position in history at all. Like the position in history is that
That's the position of history.
No, the position of history is that all of the facts in Noah's story are complete nonsense. The size of the ark is nonsense.
Sleeping.
Noah's story is nonsense.
Well, that's
Population-
debated.
People, no, there's no debate here. This
Yeah,
is
it
the-
is debated. Yeah, it
You
is.
can-
In
you can-
fact,
you can
even the
make up stuff.
proportions of
Wait,
the ark
Smokey, you
are.
can make up. Smokey, wait, you can make up your own position. if you
Okay,
want.
we're going up on an hour now. Can we go to Q&A?
Almost.
Let's
So,
jump in there quickly.
Yeah, let's let music. Let's let
no,
TJ
no,
finish.
let
Let
me
TJ finish, and music
Let me
analyst can
finish
jump
that.
in.
No, you can make up whatever interpretation you want and claim it's debated. The consensus is not debated. The consensus is.
I
all
don't
the
care about
facts-
consensus. You're the only one that cares
I know
about
you
consensus.
don't care, but I care about the evidence. So the experts.
No,
in
you
the
care about
say-
consensus.
Stop,
Consensus
Smokey,
isn't
Smokey,
evidence.
stop, Smokey. So the consensus of experts all say the
I don't care
story,
about
all
consensus.
the claims, all
I
of
don't
the
care.
claims in those.
I'm going to play your game. I don't
So
care about
high.
consensus.
Good.
I don't
You
care.
don't have to.
See,
again,
right?
all
So
of
your
our-
argument doesn't mean
man.
anything to me because I don't care about
Don't let
Let's
consensus.
let T-Jump
Is
finish,
that
and then
Joey
we'll go
D
to
as
music
well
analyst,
right now?
and then we'll wrap it up and get
So
this
again,
Q&A.
the consensus of experts is that all of those claims of Noah's story are complete bullshit. They don't comport with physics or nature or geology or anything remotely close to reality. So we know it's just completely made up, which is the expert consensus of all the people who understand the field. If you want to deny the consensus, like go for it, but you just deny like doctors know how to do heart disease, heart surgery, or engineers how to build planes. Like you're just denying reality. Go for it.
Well, it's just you judge. I think you judge a little too much on consensus. And by the way, TJUMP, I think that statement that you know what the consensus is frankly, I think probably potentially disingenuous. The fact that you've actually probably potentially levied the interactions, discussions, debates, and points of every single expert in the field in order to judge that this is the consensus, I find to be a very bold statement on your part. But okay, I'll yield and pass it over to music analysts.
Well, just to clarify that accusation,
go ahead.
We literally have the polls of people who have done this, who have posted the sources on academic journals showing this the case, which is how I know.
Okay, that proves
We
true.
have-
Got it. Okay, go ahead, music
I
analyst.
love how you say we. You're not in the we. You know that. You're not.
doing the same thing.
You're
Doing
not
the same
the
thing.
we.
Like
Don't
the
talk
language, the
about
we
the we.
or you, those are generic terms to mean a class of people. It
Yeah,
doesn't
but
necessarily mean you.
That team. Like we
Not
have.
how
done it.
language works.
Listen, I just wanted to say this. This is useless. This is time waste. You know, you will never believe anything in the Bible, so it's like useless. What I wanted to talk about is things we can point at in real time right now. So go back to that thing with the virtual reality thing. Do you think it's a possibility that this reality is programmed by somebody? Yes or no? What do you think?
Anything could be magically possible.
Anything, yeah, but what do you think? Like even your
Anything
scientists,
could be magically possible. Like,
even your scientist priests are talking about it. They're
no,
saying
they're not.
they are.
No.
I have it. If you, I have it right
I
on here.
know, I know exactly what the position is. They are not saying that.
They are. They are too. They are too.
I know what the position is.
Listen. So you don't think that this could be a simulation?
It's possible, but no one cares. Possibility isn't evidence.
No one cares. Everybody should care.
Possibility isn't evidence. It's possible I have $1 billion in my bank account. Does that mean I have $1 billion? No.
You say it's not so. Your scientists say so. So okay, I'll take.
No, they don't.
I'll take their words over you, TJUMP. Okay, so they say so.
They don't. That's
Yes,
why
they
I
do.
gave
I
the
have it
consensus.
right here on YouTube. I have a 3-minute clip where he says it.
Oh, goody.
Okay.
I have
Yes,
published journals that actually show it's not.
They know much more than you. They're like
Yes,
scientists.
I have the academic journals that show exactly what they say in the field that say they do not support
I
them.
have video and audio right here. I can play it right now.
Okay, where's the Q&A?
Wait. Hold on. There's a point there. Hold on. So
All right,
if
after
they-
this, we will go to Q&A after this.
There's a point. He keeps talking for 12 minutes. I can't even talk for 3 minutes.
Go right ahead.
Let me just say.
Calm down, music analyst.
Yeah, I have to hurry up. We're wasting time here. So even they think this is a simulation. So there must be somebody coding this reality. This shit ain't random, dude. A video game without a coder, nothing shows up on the screen. Nothing's just a bunch of noise. Do you agree on that?
What kind
I
of
know.
stream is this? She's literally sleepy, man.
I don't know why I end up in these weird situations. You know what I mean?
It is. You have a guy who's a little bit geeky. You have a chick who's fucking high out of her mind on some drugs that are, Columbia level. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure she's not doing any regular stuff. The
Yeah.
only normal guy in that stream
Smokey.
is the dude who's hosting.
Ah, yeah. Okay,
No.
yeah.
Even Smokey is a little weird. I haven't seen his face yet, so I can't judge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a weird stream, all right. Okay. It's a weird one.
Also, what do you
TJUMP,
do? Why you're
you
doing this?
I think I'm trying to think why I did that. I think I did that because the audio is kind of going in and out when everybody's speaking. So I think when I do this, I'm showing that I'm trying to speak. Like visually. I don't know why I did that. I don't know why. I have no explanation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have no idea what you're saying.
When a video game programmer, do they have to program a certain code or a
No,
certain
there could
thing?
be a bunch of random codes. No, there could be an infinite amount of random
You
codes.
know
That makes sense. No,
Wait,
I don't agree to that.
Hold
No.
on. She's just saying, no, you can just put in some random code and it will become a game. Bullshit. Write a random code and nothing will happen. In fact, if anything will happen, it will be a error or something. If you just type whatever, if you don't know what you're doing when it comes to coding, shit won't be displayed. You know what I mean? It has to be in a certain way, whatever that way is,
Yeah.
in coding.
Just like everything else,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah, you can't just throw shit and something gets created. She doesn't know what the hell she's talking about.
She's high, man.
Oh,
Of course.
no.
she knows.
Yeah, look at this. Look at this. What did you
Or
just
a
No,
certain programmer, do they have to program a certain code or a
No,
certain
there could
thing?
be a bunch of random codes. No, there could be an infinite amount of random
You
codes.
know
That makes sense. No,
Just
no,
go
no.
Wait,
I don't
wait.
agree to that.
Go
No,
back to
I don't.
godless. If you have
You don't hear me, but I said go back to sleep.
Go back to sleep. Yeah.
No.
Like, shut the fuck
No,
up.
be an infinite amount of random
You
codes.
know
That makes sense. No,
just
no, no.
Wait,
I don't
wait.
agree to that.
go
No,
back
I
to
don't.
godless. If you have a bunch of stuff, if you just throw them, does it create a computer? If you just throw out some
If you throw
random,
an infinite amount of like algorithms, just some of the algorithms create a computer. Yeah,
there needs to be an intelligent, there needs to be an intelligent thought behind it.
You're a retard.
You are a retard. Anyways, a programmer for a video game, they need to have a program code. If they can't just throw random code into a computer,
You're begging the question.
you don't know shit
You're
about
begging
this.
the
You don't
question.
know about this.
All right.
So
All right. Finish
okay,
your point.
My point is,
It's Q&A now. He's a fucking music analyst.
Let's let him finish his point, and then we'll get to the Q&A.
Computers say code. What's your point?
point is this: if a video game needs a programmer, then so fucking does this reality, and that programmer is God.
Video game doesn't need a programmer.
That programmer is God. Listen, Godless, you have a
It's a number of algorithms. Some of those algorithms are gonna create a fucking video game, retard.
You don't know shit, okay?
All right.
So there needs to be a program.
That's
so
the certain.
That's God.
All
Okay.
right. Thanks so much for that. Awesome. Hey, listen,
you.
I want to give everybody 1 minute or 30 seconds to a minute to just kind of tie together some of the threads, give your conclusion. What do you think? And let's just try and keep it brief because we got a lot of questions. So let's start with you, Godless Girl. What do you give a conclusion?
I'll go first. So I was gone for like half of it because I was going to the gas station to buy alcohol. But I didn't answer my question. How it makes any sense, how it's even cognitively meaningful for something to fucking be temporal and timeless at the same time. Like God existed before time, but he created time. God existed before time, but he created time. What the fuck? What does that even mean? It's just gibberish, right? It's not somebody asking me, God exists. I'm sorry. Like I said in the very opening statement, I don't understand the question because it's not cognitively meaningful. It's just gibberish. And no, neither Smokey Saint nor the fucking music analyst cleared that up for me. So like I stand, it's not cognitively meaningful. I don't fucking understand the question.
All right. Thanks so much for that. TJUMP. Let's kick it over to
I'll give
you.
my turn to Godless Girl because I want more screeching.
Okay.
Okay, continue, God. Continue. You got the chance to continue.
I think Godless Girl's finished with that. Let's go kick it over to music analyst unless TJUMP wants to say something else. Just a quick conclusion real quick.
Yes, I'm just saying, listen, both of you need to find God quickly because this is, if you look outside, the demons are everywhere. The elites of this world are showing that they believe in the devil. I don't give a fuck if you don't believe it. They do. And they are the ones running this world. And the devil is the master deceiver. So how the fuck do you guys know that you haven't been deceived up your, you know what? How do you know? It's the master deceiver. And you just have that smirk, that smug face, TJUMP. But, that face might change quickly if it turns out to be true that the devil and shit exists. And you just discard it because you're so intellectually elitist with your fancy wizard words and fancy stuff. You know what I'm saying? You just think you know everything because the scientist priest told you, right? You're religious. You're more religious than any religious people you're talking about. You don't even know it. You're blind, dude. You're blind. I'm done.
All right. Thanks so much for that. Smokey, conclusion?
What the fuck?
My conclusion is this debate was everything I hoped it would be. I yield.
All right. Thanks so much for that. We are going to go to the Q&A. So thanks so much for all the questions. We're going to go to the Q&A now. And we had a lot of super chats. So I'm going to get to all those first, and then we'll get to the questions. If you have a question, I'll try and get to it if you want to post it. And so let's go ahead with that. All right. Our first question comes from Woody. Actually, it's not a question. It's just like a dap. Like, awesome job. Thanks, Woody, for your £2. Second, we have Sunflower, $5. Says, of all demographics, female atheists appear to be the most unhappy, angry, and misguided. Sunflower, August 12th, 2020. I didn't know if anyone want to respond to that, or we'll just move on to the next question.
Well, I don't see how that's relevant to whether or not God exists.
All right, thanks so much. We have $2 super chat from Thaddeus Coase. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. It says slurs are not allowed now. James, get a handle on this. Or I'm sorry, slurs are allowed now. So we got that taken care of, no problem. We have a super chat, 10 CAs from Labzor. Thanks so much. Says to Godless Girl, do you distinguish the concept of time with time in physics? If so, what is the concept of time and why is it necessary? If not, then what brought time physics into place?
What the fuck? No, I don't understand this question. I take time to be a relationship between cause and effect. Whether it's like fucking, whether you define it as physics or not, it's the relationship between cause and effect. So what the fuck? No, sorry, I don't. Just like I don't understand the question, does God exist? I don't understand the fucking question. Is there existence between time and physical time? What the fuck? It's just gibberish.
All right. Thanks so much for that. We'll get to our next question here. Looks like our next question comes from Stupid Horror Energy. Sarah asks, thanks for your $5. Says, Smokey, Google McEar omnipotence. That's what they're trying to explain.
That makes it a little more clear for me. Thank you, Stupid Whore Energy. And in a roundabout way, philosophically, that is actually kind of what I'm talking about. Is that
the McEar thing was the my slap my front thing.
The ability of any sentient being to only abide by their nature, therefore making them omnipotent in their nature. I can understand the point, but then it still doesn't answer the issue of the change of the spectrum of divinity and, of course, humanity. So, but I get it. Thank you for that, Stupid Whore Energy.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Thanks so much for that.
Thank you.
We have our next question comes from Leo Phileas. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. Says, how do you explain cosmic microwave background if the universe didn't originate in a very hot and very dense state?
That's got to be for music analysts.
Yeah, I think so.
Listen, how
More
how
like
the
magic wizard words. Those are magic
Magic
wizard
wizard
words.
words. I love
Yeah. Wizard words. Yeah.
Yeah,
How the hell
yeah.
do we know that that's even true? You know what?
That's a thing that has lasted or sticked till this day. The people that hate me or whatever, that are his fans, wizard words. That's a what do you call it? A tagline, or that's a thing now. Wizard words. It was made in this stream.
Their mind.
Yeah, wizard words. Yeah.
What evidence do we have? That we have to trust that's true. Microwaves and I don't know what the fuck they're talking about. We have to just have faith. You know, faith. Have to have faith that is true.
All right. Thanks so much for that. We'll kick it over to the next
religion,
question.
right? You make fun of people having faith in religion. Yes, you have faith in that. Okay. That's
All right. Thanks so much. Trio Monkey 666 for $5 says the word wizard just brought a blizzard on these lizards. Little poetic little super chat there. All right. Bishop Martin. Sorry?
Sorry, no, go ahead.
No problem. Bishop Martin for $2 says, hey guys, I'm 16, I'm goth, and I have a six-pack. Congratulations. The next super chat's also from Bishop Martin. Says, friendly reminder of the episode of Avatar where Iroh cries about his son who has passed and sings for him. Thanks so much for that. $5 super chat from Fayon. Says TJUMP won by not talking.
Yeah.
Everyone else lost respect for the calm, collected, and respectful speech of the only one who came to actually debate.
Oh, don't worry. There are no victors in this debate. I
T-Jump was talking the entire half an hour.
That's pessimistic. We all won.
Talking the entire
Everybody's a winner today. Yeah, everybody's a winner today. All right, so next super chat comes from Alex Gross for $5. Says, Tom, you better make sure any traces of your involvement in this absolute circus disappear when you take your righteous throne in the Oval Office.
Oh, God.
Listen, what's a circus about it? We asked questions and you can't prove, your stance. You can't prove that there is no God. You just believe that there is no God because you don't see a God.
No, I can prove it, but I just need to use my wizard magic word. You can understand the wizard language. I don't know. I can't help you there. You got to learn the wizard language.
Confuse people with your fancy words and then spin around to another galaxy. Spin. Continue. Spin.
All right. Thanks so much for that. We'll move on to our next question. Again, $5 from Alex Gross says Donald Trump is going to make 10-piece nuggets and large fries $6.50 instead of $5.79. Music, I'd love to hear your opinion on quasi-quantum micro stoicism.
fancy wizard words. Yeah, I got nothing to add to that. The only thing I can add, Trump is the fucking man. That's the thing I can add. If it isn't for Trump, we're fucked. Okay. Yeah.
All right.
Trump
Thanks so much for that.
It's the only way. If Trump doesn't win, China takes over the U.S. and then it's all over. Okay.
All right. Maynard Saves, a familiar to the channel, $2 super chat. Thanks. Says, "Is Jesus God? There no temporal?"
Jesus is God. He is the second person of the divinity of the godhood, and he took flesh. So his flesh was created. He himself in his nature was not.
All right. Thanks so much for that. Move on to our next $10 super chat from Leo Phileas. Says, for
Yes, you are
Smokey.
saying that correctly, by the way.
Leo Phileas, thanks. For Smokey,
host
how does
is-
something
is putting
exist
me to sleep,
yet
man.
doesn't?
Huh?
The
Yeah,
host is like the host, the
Yeah.
guy who's reading the questions. He's
Yeah.
putting me to sleep.
but
He's
yeah,
so uninterested. He's like
yeah, he's just reading the
his energy is
questions.
a little down.
I think he's he's a Christian, and he's like, he tries to, at least here, maybe I don't know, maybe he was kind of new during this time with the moderating thing, but he's he just tries to be as neutral as possible, but neutral in general, being neutral is boring. Whoever is neutral, it will become boring. It doesn't matter who it is, but it's a good guy. What do you say?
You can't say what you really think.
Yeah.
Doesn't exist anywhere, spaceless, doesn't exist any when, timeless, and is made of nothing, immaterial.
Yeah, we addressed that partially in our talk on our stream, Leo Phileas. It's by your nature of what you deem to actually exist, only being that which is material. Once you stretch your mind beyond that to realize things can exist of a non-material state, it's not that difficult.
All right. Thanks so much for that. $5 super chat from Experiments in Prebiotic Chemistry says, why would God create beings who are not capable of understanding him? Also, divine hiddenness. What about pink unicorn hiddenness? Props to TJUMP.
That's a dumb question. Why would God create beings that would never understand him? Dude, the only way he could make beings to understand God would like, you would literally have to make them into God. Do you know what I mean? Like, in order for you to understand God, you need to be on God's level. And how can you be on God's level?
And yeah,
You can't.
it's the same argument that I said earlier, where people use, human stuff
Yeah.
when it comes to God. So,
Yeah, it's pointless. It's pointless.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You got a fan out there, TJUMP.
Thanks.
What do you other guys say?
One more time with the question, a converse. I'm sorry.
Sure. Why would God create beings who are not capable of understanding him? Also, divine hiddenness? What about pink unicorn hiddenness?
It's more about, it's more about God creating beings with a willingness to want to discover him. He in his decision, he's able to choose any type of creation he wants to create, and creating a creation with a free will dynamic where he's also protecting his righteousness means there has to be a certain type of creation that's manifested. And that's kind of what we see before us. And as for pink unicorn hiddenness, there's nothing inside the nature of a pink unicorn to say that therefore has to be hidden from the people. There is something inside the Christian God claim that says that. So it's an incoherent equivocation.
Awesome.
And we're not
Thanks for
supposed to
that.
understand God. Anyway.
Awesome. Thanks for that. Our next question is from Royce DeGaulle, Steven's brother. Says, for $2, says, Tom, does your back hurt yet?
From carrying this debate, oh yeah, burn.
Burn. All right.
At some point you should feature your chair, Tom. I think your chair should have its own episode at some point.
Actually, we just got a super chat in from Tom Jump's chair, but I'll save it because it just came in. All right. I actually have a chair sitting right over there that's almost just like Tom's. It's a little different, but it's same brand and everything. All right. Next question from Bishop Martin. For Godless Girl, what car do you drive? You're on mute.
Why did you have to tell her?
I was telling her to unmute. I just got a huge inheritance, which is evidence that I fucking, from the age of 20 to 30, I didn't work a job, and I just got this huge ass inheritance. There's over $100,000 on my bank account when I didn't fucking do shit to earn it, except like be born into a certain family. So I just got this huge ass inheritance, and I think I got a really good deal. I bought a 2015 Toyota Corolla for $11,000 from a dealership. It's white.
Nice.
That's the car I drive.
That's good.
Pretty
Fucking
awesome. Yeah, great.
Yeah, she's
Fucking
so
awesome, man.
honest.
So honest, man. Like I didn't do shit in my life except for being born.
Yeah.
That's
It's funny. It's a little bit left.
I think that's evidence. The fact that I got that inheritance and was able to buy that car outright when I fucking did nothing but sit on the internet like fucking bullying people for 20 years is evidence against like the Christian God existing.
God doesn't punish people for stuff like that. Godless. He's morally passive in our environment. In reality, he's not going to punish you dynamically and perfectly for your actions. You'll face that someday.
And look on the bright side. Now you can afford TJUMP.
That's true. That's true.
Oh yeah, before we went live, I offered TJUMP $10,000 pizza on to be my boyfriend, and he declined.
That's true.
I think I can help advance his career though.
Yes.
You want like crowdsource funding? I'll get you crowdsource funding, babe.
Yeah,
Oh, your
so-
Discord's going to be wild tonight, girl.
So for those who don't know, before we went live, Godless Girl did in fact offer TJUMP $10,000 to be her boyfriend. He did decline. So our next super chat is from Sunflower for $2. To any woman watching, Godless Girl is your brain on atheism. Any responders? All right, we'll move on to our next question from Matt Powell's gay pet pterodactyl says for $5, an idiot, a addict, and a indoctrinated fool walk into a bar. There sat TJUMP face palming. Thanks so much for that.
geeked.
Anybody have any anything to say? Any response or?
You know, there's a lot of geeks that are like TJUMP, space geeks and science geeks, and they think they're smart. They're the dumb ones. But anyways. Yeah.
All right, we'll move on to the next question. Yeah.
To that question.
I think Godless left.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I think that happened.
Let's see.
I think that happened.
All right. Let's see. It kind of messed up our background. All right.
You know what? TJUMP seriously deserves.
I think she will be back. I think, but she messed up the ratio on the video. Do you see?
yeah.
Because she left the Zoom call or got disconnected or whatever.
There's some extra kudos for this evening in some regards. Like seriously, TJUMP, well played, sir. You know what?
Thank you.
Kudos.
All right.
to you.
Let me see if I can't get this background fixed up.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Just keep going with super.
Yeah,
All right.
let's just run through them. Let's just run through them. Let's get them done. Let's knock them out.
All right. So for the next one, Maynard says $5 says, what's wrong with getting baked out of your ever-loving mind and your partner
What happened then?
exudes that? Alex Grawl says snot rocket horizontal contest now. Phaeton, unfortunately, this is a modern day dumpster fire.
Oh my God, he's a genius. I don't know how I figured that one out.
Roy,
fighting now. Wait.
Wait.
You know that alcohol means, I think in Arabic or something, body eating spirit, you know? And you know what spirit that could have eaten godless girl's spirit? That's a devil, you know, a demon could be, you know, so that's why it's not maybe good to be hammered that much, because your spirit is getting eaten by a fucking demon. Anyways, now we can
right.
Yeah, Godless Girl was the answer to his question, by the way. Godless Girl tonight was literally the answer to his question. So please, yeah, proceed.
Thanks so much for that. Royce the Gaull says, it's amazing. GG makes Smokey seem rational.
I'll take it.
Experiments in prebiotic chemistry, says TJUMP. How do we distinguish what is real versus what is imaginary? Exactly. Also, can anybody explain the mechanism of how the supernatural operates?
Yeah, it's pretty simple. You say we can come up with infinitely many imaginary things to explain anything, like what caused that cup to fall over. To show which one is actually real, you make novel testable predictions. You say, if my hypothesis is true, then I should be able to predict something we don't know yet, and we'll be able to test it. And if I can find that that prediction is correct, then that is good evidence to show that that hypothesis is real and not imaginary.
It sounds like you're a Google translator, you know, reading off Google and Wikipedia, you know? That's what you sound like, TJUMP. You know? An advanced Google Translate.
TJUMP might actually be a high-performance AI. It might just be a machine. We don't know.
Yeah, who knows? For the future,
This might be an image. This might be an illusion. He might be Elon Musk's latest prototype.
It's a hologram created by the chair.
There you go.
All right. Thanks so much for that. Matt Powell's gay pet Pterodactyl says, is music analyst Matt Powell and Smokey's love child?
Yeah, he hates me, but that's okay.
All right. Thanks so much. Experiments in prebiotic chemistry. Nope. We already went over that one. Decepticons Forever for 2CA says, I think it's Canadian, says, a beautiful train wreck this was. Decepticons Forever again says, this is a Saturday Night Live sketch.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Listen, stupidity cannot detect intelligence, but intelligence can detect stupidity. That's all I'm going to say.
Gabriel K says, oh my God, what have I missed? Alex Gross, $5.
The best thing on the internet in years is what you've missed.
I mean, it's hard to argue with that, actually. Alex Gross, $5 says, Tom, defend your position on the validity of chaos magic.
I mean, clearly chaos magic is real because he said, like, I use all the magic words, right? So the magic words are clearly evidence that chaos magic is real. Wizard. I'm a wizard. I am a wizard.
Yeah, the wizard hill because Tom is a wizard.
Wizard or a lizard, I don't know. But I think wizard.
Speaking of wizard.
It's a valid argument.
Speaking of wizard, our next super chat for $5 from Royce DeGaulle says, Tom didn't talk enough. Can you give us some more fancy wizard words?
Ontology, epistemology, metaphysics, methodology, deoxyribonucleic acid, antidistillatarianism.
Ontology, hermeneutics.
All right, thanks so much for that. Our next
Yes.
Our next question is from Bishop Martin. Says, TJ, would you kill a very mean spider if necessary?
I kill spiders just because they're too close to me, so it wouldn't have to be mean.
Awesome.
Don't do that. Don't do that, dude. Take a glass.
Do you have arachnophobia?
No.
Oh, okay. All right. I must have missed it there.
All right. Thanks so much. Religion is bullshit.
I don't kill spiders either.
Oh, I don't know if maybe I shouldn't have.
You
read
don't?
that well, but
No.
Did you used to when you were young?
Oh, listen, man. It's weird about me. I'm very empathetic with all animals, even the creepy ones. I don't like to kill animals. Or
You
people,
know-
by the way, that sounds crazy.
Yeah. Just animals.
In general.
Yeah.
I'm not a murderer.
One insect that I despise. You know which one that is? Or there is two of them. There is two of them. Can you guess
Cockroach?
which? Yeah, that's okay. There's 3 of them.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's
cockroach.
an insect. It's an insect.
Yeah, yeah, it's an insect. The 2 insects
Okay.
that I
It's
hate
not
the most.
reptilian.
No.
Okay. Mosquito?
Yes, one of them is mosquito. That motherfucker, if I see it, it has to go. I know it needs to suck blood, to survive. But what I hate about the mosquito is that, okay, suck my blood, but don't make it itch because it makes a poison or something when it does that. Something happens.
Okay. When I said I'm empathetic with animals, bugs
Yeah.
are not what I mean. So
Okay. But
bugs are off the list. Yeah.
spider is kind of buggy, but not. Yeah.
Yeah.
The
But
other
bug
one,
is, yeah.
the other one is similar to the mosquito. It's the fucking ticks. You know the ticks. These they're black and they latch onto you and then they fill themselves with blood. Do you know what I
Oh,
mean? Ticks.
those ones that you find on dogs.
Yes. Maybe you don't have
Oh,
them over there, but these
no, we
ones,
have them. We have them. We have.
these disgusting.
Oh yes,
I
we have
can't
those.
stand these ones. You know what I mean?
Oh,
I can't stand them.
yeah, but
And they're very sneaky.
oh yes.
You don't even know
But
that they're there.
it's been a long time since I've seen one of those.
Yeah,
Around a lot here.
that
But in
they are
Sweden,
here.
is it like cold as shit in Sweden? How are they
Yeah, but
surviving?
in the summer they just come out in the grass, and they just jump on you, and you don't even know that they're there. But yeah,
Dude,
yeah. Go.
yeah, a big ass spider in the summer. Like sometimes spiders just are there, and I remember waking up and looking at the ceiling, and this one big ass like black spider.
Ah.
And then what I come to find out after I got her out, so I put my hand so she can crawl on my hand, and then I put her in a cup, and then I walked
Oh, really?
to the beach. The beach is very close to here, and I just put her on the sand, and then I found out when I showed my dad a picture, he was like, "Are you an imbecile? Are you an idiot?" I was like, "Why?" And it turns out that it's like a black widow. Do you know what a black widow is?
Yes. Poisonous, right?
Fucking extremely poisonous.
Yeah, never
And
take a risk with that shit. Take a glass. You know what I
I'm
do?
an
Take
idiot.
Yeah, that's pretty dumb. But now you know. Take a glass. I take an envelope or something, some hard paper, and I make it drop into the glass. And sometimes they're freaky. They're like start to try to run up, and I just shake the glass. Meanwhile, I'll go out and just. Sometimes when you throw it out, it can actually land on you.
Yeah.
That's freaky. Man. I hate when that happens.
What about snakes? You fuck with snakes?
I haven't stumbled upon too many snakes, but there are like small ones here and there. But I don't want to fuck around with them either, man. I don't like these animals. These insect type of weird animals or snakes.
They exist anyway, man. With or without our approval. So.
I know. But anyways, yeah, not killing spiders is good, Let's end this. This is just a couple of minutes.
You can call him Rib. He likes Rib. That's kind of what he goes by for short.
All right, Rib. More of a slight correction, really. Smokey, you said she baked as the expert. Being Irish, she just extremely drunk.
Oh God, you are underestimating her.
Maybe.
I just checked to see if Gigi was back. Unfortunately, not. Gabriel K, $5 says says, can an omnipotent being create a rock he can't lift? Don't give me his nature crap.
Well, that his nature crap, but that is the answer, sir. It's a violation. It's a contradiction of his nature to demand to do so, because it's basically like him making something that is more powerful than himself, as opposed to lowering himself. So there's two ways to answer the question on two different dynamic spectrums. If you want to unpack it a little more in depth, you can come into one of my live shows. I'm happy to do so.
Yeah, do that.
Hey, listen,
Hey,
and
what's
you
up,
might
Renee?
say this isn't the most rigorous intellectual discussion that we've had on here,
What's that?
but you can say, hey, this is probably by far one of the most
And-
entertaining discussions we've had. So we'll,
Agreed.
yeah. All right. So our next question is from.
If you guys ever had a debate with a chance to go viral based upon entertainment value, I think this might be it.
Yeah, we
And
have
think
about
how
500
me and-
people watching.
wait. And think how me and Smokey been treated like, nothing. Like we're not even in the thumbnail.
Yeah.
Thanks for that.
A few more
Oh,
slurs
yeah.
than I was expecting.
Oh yeah, we were not even on the thumbnail. Thanks, modern day debate. Came to smash like and listen for a bit before I have to go. You just missed the interesting parts, Renee.
Hey, Renee, you just missed the most gorgeous human
Yeah.
being I've ever seen in my life. She's so
Yeah.
calm, so beautiful,
Oh yeah, godless girl, right? Yeah, she's
Yeah,
so calm.
amazing.
You should watch it. It's crazy. It's
To hear, oddly
crazy.
enough.
Well, all right. Let's
Jay.
let's briefly go through
Yeah.
these. We're gonna go through them fast. If you want to say something, you can. But all right. Tiago says, "If only TJUMP whispered wizard words into my ear." You've got a fan. Next is from
Put that in my
TJUMP.
Patreon tier.
Can do that. Yes.
Actually, next is from Tom Jump's chair for $5. Thanks, Tom Jump, for your chair. It says, thanks to Gigi, MA, and Smokey, but special thanks to T Jump for bringing class to this thing. Still no God though.
Ooh, intellectual elitists.
I don't know what I did wrong.
Listen, wrong. What is right and wrong? Just
Ribs.
because you throw.
Sorry.
I'll continue. Fuck it. Fuck it.
Rib says being 100% serious is Gigi legit asleep. JMD Apologetics 101. Thanks so much. He says, don't miss the after show. Let wisdom, integrity, and reason guide everyone's thinking. And so
Yes, JMD has an after show.
JMD will have
Go
an
to it.
after show. Yep. So you guys can check that out if you want more. Sunflower says when Gigi shows up at the gas station, she slaps exact change on the counter with her long ass nails and then curses out the cashier. Fact or fiction?
Gigi is godless, bro.
I can't.
I'd say fact. Like, hurry up, a-hole. I have to get back to this debate I'm doing right now.
All right, we've only got a couple more questions, so I was just checking to see if she's back or not. Nope. So I'm going to just read these last few. Nightmare says, "Good job, Smokey."
Appreciate it, Nightmare. Thank you.
Padam, the cat. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Set for $6.66 says, "Can you tell Smokey that Padme, the cat, says his giggling is annoying, and can you call him a brainwashed puckle?" No, I can't say that. For me, thank you. Much love. Actually, I think between Smokey and Music Analyst, the two most infectious laughs on YouTube. So
I get that a lot on my channel. People I know the atheists are going to hate me no matter what, and they're going to find something to pick at because they're just low red gutter trash most of the time. But there's a lot of people on my channel and in my audience that actually do enjoy it. And plus, it's the only laugh I got. So what can I do?
all right, guys, we got
What's bad about it?
yeah.
What's bad about that? Infectious laugh.
Well, it sounds kind of bigoted to basically be prejudiced against someone because of the laugh. Isn't that kind of something that shouldn't be in the atheist spectrum of empathetic morality? Shame on you.
on it.
All right, we
Demonic
got like 5 more questions, and so we're wrapping it up here. Gabriel K says, "I just love how this deep philosophy doesn't impact reality. Meanwhile, science improved life day by day. Somewhere in India, I can drink this water, or can I drink this water?"
Improve life. Look at the fuck how society is today. This is what happens without a God. This is what happens. We're facing total enslavement because people don't believe in God. If you believe in God, you would not allow enslavement of humanity to happen, but it's happening. It's close. And that's because there is no God in people. There is no
All right.
God in people.
All right. Thank
Yeah,
you for that.
personal lives can't necessarily be improved by science. That has to do with culture and beliefs and personal accountability and character.
You should
Go
make
ahead,
that
sorry.
into a short.
Alex Girl says, "My little frog, Robbie."
You think?
Your mini rant right there. No, seriously, make it into a short.
Oh, you think I should do that?
Yeah.
About God. Yeah, it is true.
I mean,
It is
how he finished the question and boom, it goes straight to you, going into that rant. It's cool.
Yeah. Yeah. And it is true. Without God, we become what we have become. A bunch of lemmings, drones that just go along and go along with our own slavery. Like, okay, if daddy government says so, okay, If you knew there was a God, you would have said, fuck you to daddy government. You know why?
Yeah.
Because you respond to something higher. There is something higher. That's probably why they took out God, so that government became God. You know what I mean? To them.
Yes.
They said, you only live once, and you better listen to us if you want to live, right? Because they traded freedom for security, for safety, right? So,
Makes sense.
so that's why. They don't want God to be in the picture, because they know if God is in the picture, people will say fuck off to them. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna look into that. Make that into a short.
I'm gonna pass today. Love you guys.
For
Okay,
shame. So
3
sorry.
minutes left.
Tiago says, "Don't kill spiders, Wizard Tom."
It's my party. I'll kill spiders if I want to.
Dude.
All right,
Dude,
Alex
take a
Gross
glass.
says, "Smokey, tell us your worst childhood nightmare." I don't know if you want to answer that or not.
Boy. Well, it'd be hard to think of it right on the spot, honestly.
All right.
Yeah,
Right.
I'd have to think about it. Sorry. Yeah,
All
I couldn't
right.
come up with it on the spot.
So that's fine.
I think it was mine was just this debate. This debate was probably
Nightmare jump.
You know what? You were a champ for showing up, TJUMP. You really were. Seriously.
nice. So all right. So praise I am that I am says, question for TJ and GG. Why would anyone adopt your standard of evidence if your standard is arbitrary? Doesn't it make your opinions irrelevant?
Yeah, that's why it's not arbitrary, unlike the theistic worldview, which is. All right, can we go now?
Yep.
I think that's arbitrary.
This is the last question. You have to ask Godless Girl what. Okay, so that's for Godless Girl. Since she's not here to answer it, we'll just go ahead and end it. All right. Listen, thanks everybody for coming by and checking this out. If it's your first time, please hit the like button and subscribe. It lets us know you like these types of debates. So we track that kind of thing. And I want to thank Tom Jump, Godless Girl, music analyst, and Smokey for checking this out, being here with us today.
I think I'm mocking him with his smirk.
Yeah.
Although it was kind of hectic, we got through it. It was very entertaining. And there will be an after show on JMD Apologetics 101 channel. He will shoot the link into the chat right now. So if you want to go check that out. And all of the links for these people will be in the description, because I know you're probably thinking, man, I'd love to see more of this guy or that girl. So check out the description and you can see their channels. With that, thanks so much for being here. And as usual, keep sifting the reasonable from the unreasonable.
Hey, it's funny. When you go to my link, look here. I don't know if you see this. Here. You go to my link. And it says what? It says, this account has been terminated for violating YouTube's community guidelines. My old channel. I think I had like 7,000 something subs on my old music analyst channel, it was called. And of course, during the Sniffles 19, I had to, during this time, I was going out on the Sniffles, and the rest is, what happened. That happened.
They went Terminator on you, yeah.
Yeah, that was what happened. But yeah, that was a nice debate, normal very normal circumstances. You know, very
Yeah,
very
but it's
normal.
entertaining as
Yeah.
fuck, dude.
Yeah.
And that godless chick, does she have like a YouTube or something?
She does. Hold on.
Yeah, let's check a video out.
As a
That's where I got her
how could like
email, but I don't know what she does. This is like 4 months ago. Dark Dawkins demands mods remove something. I don't even know. She does debates. I think. I don't even know what the hell she's doing. Live. What about lives? Is that her? Godless. I don't even know what the hell she's doing. TJUMP. Yeah, there she is. That was a year ago, and I don't know who that is. Yeah, I think she's doing it from time to time when she is
Cool.
not
Okay.
when she's not gone in her head. Hey, what's up, Sovereign? Dude, I loved your song. Gonna play it on my show tonight. That's fantastic. Play it however much you want. That's to the globetards. You know, we need a good flat Earth song. You know what I mean? We need a good flat Earth anthem or whatever you want to call it. I don't know if there is other flat Earth songs. Yes, there are. Right? There are.
Yeah,
But this one is a
the
little bit different.
music
like a-
guru guy.
Oh yeah,
What's
yeah,
his
of
name?
course. No, yeah. I mean, but that's a little bit jokey, right? Like,
Yeah, you mean an official one?
yeah. I mean, you could see mine as jokey as well, but I think it should be a little bit serious. But
I mean, if it was like an audio only, I would see it as serious. But with your video, with the glasses, come on, dude, forget about it. You know?
it looks comical, right?
Yeah,
Hey,
you look
listen,
like an
Sovereign.
Italian, you know.
Yeah. Sovereign, you just missed a shit show with this godless girl.
as a
She is crazy.
Hey, just show him the first thing that she says. The very first thing.
Oh yeah. What was it here? After I spoke, right? Here.
I see frequently have been comfortable that God in choosing.
thing from believing.
Yeah.
This girl and TJUMP, 5 minutes apiece. Opening statement. Take your time.
Okay, so I'm going to take advantage of being second in the opening statement and quickly respond to, before I give my opening statement, quickly respond to the stuff the other two faggots said. So, number one, that one guy, the music analyst, said that, oh, because there's some consequences, like, what is it, not being free or there being slavery or something from believing in atheism, and you're free if you believe in God, therefore God is just, what the fuck? That's just an elementary fallacy, right? You're committing an elementary error in reasoning, sir. Because of the consequences of this one belief, that belief is false and this other belief is true. I'm sorry, sir. That's an elementary fallacy. Go fucking learn philosophy 101. That's just like so. It's just so fucking. It's just so childish. Like, what the fuck? You're a music analyst. What business do you have? Fucking talking about the existence of God. What a fucking clown to say such a thing as, oh, atheism entails slavery, therefore atheism is false. You've committed an error in reasoning, sir. And then what was that shit that the Smokey said? Shit, I don't even fucking remember.
Oh yeah. There was this moment where he said, the moderator just said, "Hey, can you not say, the F word, the other one?"
Yeah,
and then
she
she's
just
like,
don't-
she just
she
threw it out.
doubles down.
I think it's here, right?
Because like the argument for atheism, like my arguments. The last I can't even precede the fucking question. It's not even fucking constantly meaningful. Like something preceding time. Like, what does that even mean? It's just gibberish. And nobody in this stage right here, whatever the fucking Smokey saying, this music analyst faggot. What does that even mean? It's just gibberish. They can't even tell me what it means. So when they ask me, do I believe that? I'm sorry. I don't understand the fucking question. Evidential problem.
Hold on, nah.
This easy example.
To Existence of a God, you have to reject the consensus more supported by his myth, physicists, information, biology, academic data.
The open discussion.
Just
Super chat. Kick.
to precede silence, create time.
You paid attention problem of God is
God is limited by his. He's limited by his nature. Everything in my nature to slap my cunt, and I have the ability to slap my cunt. Then, by your definition, I'm all powerful.
that
Sorry,
I
what?
was
Not understand.
in reality. You don't have any things tied or limited to your nature.
All right, one at a time. One at a time.
Christian
What does
God.
all powerful mean? The ability to do anything.
So current in your
Where is it?
of God's nature.
It was here.
And then continuing.
Smokey. If ape of his nature is there to be nature to be too. So you because it's not an argument.
I
Yeah,
made
ride my coattails, baby.
inserted part of it now because
Anyway,
you're
it
saying,
was
well, God is
somewhere. It was. I
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
know where it is. It'll take a fucking year to-
Beautiful.
So
Amazing.
did you figure out if God exists or not? Of course. You have to be a moron to think this reality came from nothing. This loudmouth bitch is giving me a headache.
Come on. Oh, man.
This chick is a whack job. And that's the wackiness we love. I hope she gets...
I'm into the wackiness, man.
Yeah, I mean, maybe you have to exclude YouTube when we have her on. But
Oh, fuck yeah. Yeah.
God knows what she's gonna say. You know what I mean? She's, but I'm all there for it. I love that kind of a crazy. You know what I mean? Even though, you know, as I said, even though if you don't agree with her, I just love
Authenticity.
yes when somebody is just themselves. You know, that's way better than boring TJUMP. So boring.
Oh, God.
TJUMP, so boring, man. But I would love to do another debate with him. Debate. I don't do debates. I just spew out shit and see if something makes sense and not. You know what I mean? Yeah, but just saying you have to be a moron to believe doesn't really show if God exists or not. Well, I'm saying this. Even TJUMP here admitted to it. What was it? Oh yeah, he said, "Do you see this cup? Somebody made this cup. This cup didn't make itself." That's funny that he said that. Yet he believes this reality, which is way more complex than a cup. You know, he believes this reality does not need a creator. That's funny how that logic works there. The cup needs a maker, but we don't. Dumbass TJUMP. I'll poke your nose, man. You can poke your nose. But yeah. Listen, and on Monday, by the way, on Monday, we're going to have this other guy, Ross, on. Ross, he's a flat earther. And, oh, he was on this, quickly, this Ross guy that I talked about right now. He was on this Globers channel called MacToon. What a fucking asshole this guy is. This guy called MacToon. He's an absolute asshole. You need to see it, Ashman. This guy is a complete asshole. Mutes this guy Ross on the stream. I saw a bits of it. He just mutes him and lets him speak to himself while he is like making fun of him and reading the chat. Listen, say what you will about flat earthers, but their personalities are not like the most globers. Most globers, not all, but most of them are complete assholes. You know what I mean? Like their disgusting personality shows. You know, and that is what happened with this MacToon.
Only online, man.
Yeah, only
online, man. You
whatever.
have to always put that disclaimer on.
Yeah.
Only online.
Yeah, but I would love to go on that motherfucker show and just give him my thoughts, you know? Fucking disgusting piece of shit motherfucking cocksucker.
I mean, the only thing that will make it work is if you disguise as a globe.
Yeah.
copy and just go
Then he
there
wouldn't.
and make fun of Flat Earther, and then boom, switch before he gets chance to mute you.
Yeah, yeah, but he wouldn't have me on if I was a Glober. Hold on. I did one on Jerism. Yeah, I watched a little bit with Ladyboy, right? The lady guy. You did good, Sovereign. Did you know Sovereign was on? I thought at first. I think Renee said that you were on there. I thought you were debating Jeranism, or is that how you say his name? Jeranism. I was like, why? He's a flat earther, right? I believe he's a flat earther. But no, you were debating a ladyboy or a lady man. I don't know how to say it. I do know how to say it, but you know, a lady man. And TJUMP is a retard. I was watching the debate on that. Yeah, he has this smugness to him. You know, I don't know if you heard this. In this stream, Sovereign was where the saying "wizard words" was born. I came up with. I said he says a lot of wizard words, and that to this day that has stuck with this asshole. Yeah, TJUMP, you're an asshole. But you know, you're a fun asshole. That sounded wrong. You're a fun asshole. But yeah, great job, Sovereign. I'm gonna complete it. Maybe we should react to it. I don't know. All right, Ashman, you look
So
tired.
yeah, work on
Yeah.
getting my dream girl. You know, the one
Dream
I'm
girl?
gonna cheat on my girlfriend with. Yeah, Gigi.
Hey, you want to hook up with Gigi? I don't think it will be hard. Godless girl. You know, I
Yeah,
think it
I
will
don't know about
work.
that, man.
Maybe she'll even pay you. She tried to pay TJUMP. Yes.
Well, yeah, if we can work
Yeah.
on a price, sure. I don't think even my girlfriend would mind if it's gonna be for money.
Right? You can have two girlfriends. One is godly and one is godless. Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, guys. See you next time. Peace out, Renee, and Space Out, and Sovereign, and Ashman. We'll talk later.
See you,
Yeah.
man.
Peace.